featuring yours truly, Nick Demas. It's a pleasure to have you guys on here today and to spend the evening with you. Today, we're going to be covering the full Sunday night football game. The Chicago Bears are traveling to Santa Clara to take on the San Francisco 49ers in a pretty highly touted matchup today. This is going to be a great game. We've got a lot to like on both sides of the football, offensively and defensively. So let's not waste any time. We've got two 11-4 teams going up against each other here. Chicago just won the NFC North thanks to these guys, the Green Bay Packers, having a very lackluster finish to the game last night, getting BTA as we like to say. So yeah, it was quite the finish. But we're here, we're ready to roll, and let's get into it right away. We're going to start covering a little bit more on our previous games for the day. We've got a lot to go over before we start this out. So let's touch base with the New England Patriots. The Patriots beating the Jets 42-10. I think everybody would have expected it to be kind of a tough matchup for the Jets at JetLife Stadium in New York. So 13-3 Jets, excuse me. Yeah, the 13-3 Jets, guys. The 13-3 Patriots take down the Jets 42-10. Drake May 19 for 21, 5 touchdown passes with 256 yards of offense through the air. He also connected with 5 different receivers on all of those touchdown receptions. Super, super efficient game. 6 receptions for 101 yards and a touchdown for Stephon Diggs. And then we'll kick it over to, because we've got so many games to go over with you guys and cover. Make sure everyone's up to date with everything that went down today. We have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers who traveled to Miami. Didn't go very far from Tampa to Miami, losing that game 17-10. Thank you guys for joining in once again. 2 minutes into the live stream, we've got a couple viewers. I hope everyone's having a good night so far. Take a look at the multi-stream here. We're coming at you guys live from TikTok and YouTube tonight. That is going to be something that we're going to continue to grow as well. So let us take a peek here. So the Tampa Bay Buccaneers traveled to the Miami Dolphins, losing 17-10. A really bad game for Baker Mayfield. He wasn't able to really put himself in a position and that team to win the game. 33 for 44, 346, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. They weren't really able to get anything going on the ground, which you can tell was a problem for them. On the other side, Quentin Ewers, 14 for 22, 172 yards through the air and 2 passing touchdowns, extremely efficient with 118 passer rating. Quite the game for him on that regard. All right, let's pull this down for the time being. We're going to go ahead and make a quick edit here before the game starts. I've been kind of going back and forth through some of these, for some of these score bugs that we've been putting up. Shout out to Nick. Thank you so much, Nick. Once again, he's been my #1 technical producer. Coming at you all the way from Minnesota, by the way, so everyone give him some credit. Yep, so we got a couple in the chat here. There's Emily Hamill. So good to see you. Thanks for joining in. Jacob, just want to let you know there's no volume. Okay, that's very good to know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. Let's get in here and take a peek. On YouTube itself. He's saying that we don't have any audio. How about now? Can you hear that, Nick? Are we good on the side for YouTube? How are we doing on there, Nick? Let me know ASAP. We can get that fixed and taken care of when we need to. It looks like my levels are down just a smidge. We can bring these up, hopefully. Yeah, we're going to bring up those levels. Let me know what you got, Nick. Let me know whenever you're good on that. So once again, just going over a couple of small things before we get this game started. Thank you guys for all tuning in. It's been a great start to the stream so far. Nick, if you can, let me know. Let me know how sound is and if we're getting anything back. I think we're getting some conversations moving. And I'm not sure if we're getting the right amount of audio in here. So let's make a couple technical things to start this one out. No worries at all. You're not going to mess with anything. Are we not getting any sound on the YouTube side? I sound like a robot. Okay, that's even funnier. I turned it up. Here, let me just try this real quick. I think I had one of those electric sounds on. Okay. How are we from right here? We're going to have some sort of delay, but that's okay. That's why we come in here a little early, right? Is that better now? To my technical producers there on the phone? Yeah, no worries, no worries. Only way to get it right, right? Laz got some auto tune on like T-Pain. That's right. Yeah, we're fixing it right now, Laz. I appreciate it. What do you got, Nick? What are you thinking? Yep, that's fine. Is this any better? Is this volume any better? Are we getting somewhere? We can keep going. I just don't want to get any plosives. Okay, perfect. We're gonna keep rolling with this then. If you guys got any more, I can hear you, Natalie. By the way, I can. My technical producers behind the camera. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're back into it. We still got some time before game time, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Um, yeah, I should have got in there with that, huh, Laz? Baby girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you and let me buy you a drink. All right. Okay, beautiful. We got the sound taken care of. That was a interesting start to the stream so far. Um, so let us get in here. Thank you guys for joining. I won't be showing the game. I'm going to be doing play-by-play conversations and commentating for you guys so that you guys can tune in if you guys can't get the game up at home. How we doing, Bo? It's good to see you, Chief. Um, wow, so good to hear from you. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe out there, doing your thing. Um, Shout out BMC. Um, yeah, it looks like we got a lot. We got some people coming in on the TikTok. Thank you guys for popping in. It's so good to see you guys pulling in on the chat. All right, yes. So now we got some. Yeah, of course, of course. Come on, you guys know me. Some impromptu singing. If you guys want anything, you guys need somebody to serenade your evenings. Just give me a holler. You guys already know. Um, so, like I said, we were going into a couple of the games that started out the week. Today on Sunday, obviously Sunday, full slate of football today. And if you guys just got done watching the Eagles Buffalo game, I mean, what a crazy finish! A lot of people are getting on Shakir for not catching the ball, and that was a miss pass. I mean, that was a complete miss by Josh Allen on the play. Not exactly what you want. I like going for two. I do. I really do. But then when you don't make it, everyone's upset. So I get it. Right here, we got the Chicago Bears getting ready to come out of the tunnel. We're going to be non-biased. I mean, this is what we're here for. I want to bring you guys good content from TikTok and YouTube. We're going to be on Twitch and Facebook once I get some things straightened out as well. So we'll be able to come at you guys from different sides. Chris and Danielle say, "Hey, excited to watch." I'm not going to say go Bears, but I think we're in for a good game. So good to see you guys. Thanks for tuning in and popping into the chat. We're going to be in for a good game in this one. I don't doubt that whatsoever. Let's get back into this as well. If I could. Let me just fix a couple things here for you guys real quick so we can make this lickety split, make it good. Yeah, it looks like I do not have. There it is. Okay. There we are. I wanted to just change the scoreboard a little bit. I like a couple of these different um, scoreboards that we've got up, but I think the narrow and wide allows me to have a good post for everybody here in the chat too. So let's get this all centered out for you guys real quick. Sorry about that. And we should be in good shape from here. So that is beautiful. We got Melissa in the chat saying go Bears, boo Eagles. Uncatchable bad throw by Allen. I would agree with you, Anne Marie. I think that is exactly what happened on that play. Did Chicago activate anyone else that I saw? So yeah, it looks like DJ Moore is going to be playing tonight, and Olamide Zaccheaus is actually out with an illness. There's a couple of Bear players that have the flu. And that source of mine was my mother. She was giving me some information earlier in the morning, so shout out Ma for that. So yeah, there's been a lot of good stuff coming in and out of the. Oh, thank you for the roses, Rainbow Warrior. Thank you for the. Wow, this is so cool. It's just funny. This is my first time really going through this process with multiple platforms and things of the sort. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're going to be giving you guys full play-by-play and reactions of the game. Niners, Bears. Once again, we're going to be very similar to how we were last night in the chat. So if you guys got any suggestions or anything that you want to hear about or see or just talk about, let me know. I mean, we got both the chats up here live and ready to go. I need to get a multi-screen for sure, so I can get some of these chats going. And then on the side for the Niners, everyone's starting to come back relatively, but that one big one is they're ruling out George Kittle for this game officially. He was going to try to go. It was going to be a game time decision, and they're not going to go ahead with Kittle. But just to go back over a couple of the stats from that Eagles and Bills game, the Eagles winning 13-12. Actually, pretty decent quarterback play from Jalen Hurts, all things considered. I thought he's been struggling as of late. It's been kind of hard to watch, to be fair, if you watch Eagle football. Once again, thank you guys for popping back in here and commenting in the chat. 13 for 27, 110 yards and a touchdown. Got sacked once with a QBR rating of 71.5. Not the greatest statistical game. And then for Josh Allen, 23 for 35, 262 and 0 touchdowns, 0 turnovers. He got sacked 5 times. He was having trouble back there. But James Cook was able to get something going on the ground with 20 rushes for 74 yards on the game. And it just wasn't enough for them to gut out that win there. I do like we said, I like the play. I like going for it on 2. You had the opportunity. The pass was there. The play call was perfect for the situation, and Allen just missed it. I think 9 times out of 10 he's hitting that pass. So that's going to be something to look forward to now, especially moving into the end of this season. We're going to be closing up shop for Week 18, moving into some playoff football. So we will see how everything goes on that regard. Let's take a look. Thank you guys once again. Some live metrics. We got a little over 200 in the chat on TikTok. We've got shout out Anna Pipitone. Good to hear from you. Wow, that's so cool. Natalie, thank you for popping into the chat. And yeah, like I said, once again, we're actually starting to get going here. We're just a couple of minutes away from kickoff. The Chicago Bears are traveling here to Santa Clara in San Francisco, California, to play at Levi Stadium, take on the 11-4 49ers. A big fantasy day for anybody who had Derrick Henry, and we know that Nick, my production producer, has Derrick Henry on his active roster. Got a little over 45.5 points for him. So, if you are a fantasy guy, that is what you're looking for. We're definitely going to be covering some basketball once the football season starts to come to an end. We're kind of in the thick of the NBA season, so we've got a lot to like. Matt Lloyd, shout out Matty Ice. He needs a big game from Colston Loveland, so keep an eye out on that if you guys are tuned in, and keep Matt in your thought process with that. Matt, thank you for your service, and thank you for everything that you do. Matt Lloyd, great guy. And there's Nick popping in with King Henry. I'm sure he won you a couple of leagues. To be to be fair, if you had Derrick Henry, it definitely was a definitely was a slaughter fest. And that's what I'm gonna start calling. This is per Robbie Demas as of last night. I think with the chat and all of you guys who subscribe and want to be part of the stream, you guys are the anglers. That's going to be the name of my fan base from here on out. If you guys support the stream, you're anglers. This is the angle, and we're going to be coming at you with a bunch of different angles of football, basketball, anything that you want here on the stream. Henry lost me my chip. No, Eli. No. Eli, I hate that for you, brother. I really hate that. I'm so sorry to hear that. I wasn't in any championships this year, so whatever. Played in 4 leagues, can't win for crap. So that's cool. Let's see what we got in here. Sorry, guys, trying to keep up with the chat. You focused on football. Yes, we already talked about that. Let's see. Will you be covering any baseball? I can cover baseball for you guys if you want it, though. I'm not going to branch too far out. I only want to do it off of if you guys are going to want to watch, right? So this is my stream, but I have full ability to be able to give out the content that you guys want. So comment, like, subscribe, send me direct messages. Let me know what you guys want, and I'll fulfill that for you. That's how I feel. Half my point by him, right? Points, I think he meant to say, is second Alley's question. Thank you guys once again for joining in. We got a good amount of viewers here on TikTok. We got a good amount of viewers on YouTube. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to be getting started here. Kickoff is right around the corner for this play-by-play, and we're going to lock in for you guys. We're going to have a really good game. Talking ball, we're going to really break the game down. So if you guys aren't watching the game on your TV, or if you guys don't have the Peacock subscription, or whatever the case may be, I'm going to be right here keeping everybody informed and locked in on how everything is going. And we'll be able to adjust the scoreboard as we need. Nick is going to be on time in Minnesota. I'm going to adjust scores and things of the sort. So we went over a couple of games pregame, just to go over and touch base. And I'll do this especially for for my boy Matt. I'm sorry that the Panthers lost like that today. 27-10, the Seattle Seahawks come into Carolina. Sam Darnold's homecoming, comes back and has a great game. They end up having a really good second half, which kind of catapulted them over the Panthers, unfortunately. But the Panthers still live to see another day, sitting at 8-8. They're at the top of their division. Thank you guys so much for the hearts, and trying to get familiar with what all this means. I don't even know what that cowboy hat means. Thank you guys all for popping in on TikTok Live. Anybody who wants to go over this once again, we got Reese. Oh my goodness, Reese. I forget that the whole Jager family essentially is Bear fans. So I get it. I understand. But as we can see from my humble abode, we do not feel the same way. But we're unbiased. We're covering sports here, so we're going to call this game. Get excited for Bear touchdowns if they happen. I'm just kidding. They're probably going to happen. But once again, Sam Darnold, 18 for 27, 147, a touchdown and an interception. Pretty decent game for him. Low yardage, all things considered. And then we kick it over to Bryce Young. He wasn't able to do much at all today. 14 for 24, 54 total yards and an interception. Rico Dowdle is trying to get going, averaging just under 5 yards per carry. So that was kind of a tough game. Sorry to kind of point that out once again, Matt. But let's kick it over to the Jags coming into Lucas Oil Stadium to take on the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts were 8-7 coming into this game. Had an opportunity to win that game at the end, but they actually subbed Riley Leonard in for one play because Phillip Rivers couldn't get the ball downfield. Ends up in an interception, the one pass that he threw all game. He was 0 for 1 with an interception. So does that count as 0 for 1? I feel like that should be 1 for 1 and an interception, right? But anyway, Phillip Rivers 17 for 30, 147, a touchdown, and an interception. And we got a kickoff here coming in. What up, YouTube? Dom, good to hear from you, man. That's so cool, man. So good to hear from you. Hope you're doing well. Hope all is well. Hope the family's doing good, and I hope everybody's had a nice holiday time period here. Christmas Eve, Christmas, and New Year's right around the corner. So that is what is going on. I got these new comfy Uggs. I'm not on no sponsors stuff, but shout out to my fiance Alize hooking me up with some comfy kicks for during the stream. These are fantastic. Thoughts on the Packers defense letting Rodgers down again? Oh, what a great question. What a great question. Let me get in on this with y'all because I hated it. I hated it so much. Anybody who knows me, it's like I'm going to root for Raj and the Steelers. I think that's a sweet team they got going on over there, and I think they have an opportunity to make a run, especially with the defense playing okay. But they got to get DK back. Reminiscent of the 2015 NFC Championship game, giving up over 200 yards to Raheem Mostert, couldn't stop anybody. But yeah, once again, so good to hear from you, Dom. I hope you're doing well, man. And anybody go in there with Dom. Go check out his streaming platform. He does his stuff as well. So looks like the TikTok live has ended. So let's pop back in on this. Not sure exactly why. 99% of live creators looking familiar. Let's take a quick peek. All right. Yeah, looks like the TikTok is not working out right now. I'm not sure why that is. If I can get a couple of answers from Nick on my thing, let me know. But we are about to be underway. The Bears are going to be kicking off. Niners are going to receive. So the Bears are going to get the second half kickoff. I think that's always the best way. That is going to be fielded in the end zone and taken out. We've got a nice quick return just past the 23-yard line. Moore is going to be taken down after a 23-yard return. And here comes the offense for the San Francisco 49ers, coming off of a fantastic game against the Indianapolis Colts, putting 48 points up on the board, 5 touchdown passes, and we are underway officially. I do not really have an answer for why the TikTok is acting as such. But nevertheless, the show must go on. Out of the shotgun, we've got Brock Purdy sending Juszczyk in motion. Quick slant and intercepted on the first play, and he is going to take it 10-5, touchdown. A pick six on the first play of the game, and Edwards scores a touchdown. Pick six, Chicago is in business. Wow. What a way to start for Chicago here on the road. Wow. That is phenomenal. Touchdown, Bears. Let's adjust this real quick for you guys. Touchdown, Bears. How crazy is that to start the game? Wow. Tip drill at its finest. I kind of when I first saw the pass, I was like, man, it looked a little behind. Really great defense there by Jalen Johnson, tipping the ball. Wow, I mean, what a start for Chicago. You kick the ball off. First play of the game is a play action rotation pass over to your slant route, and that gets tipped in the air for a pick six. What a crazy start to this game. Holy cow. All right. Well, that's exactly what we like to see, right? You want to get a nice start. Very nice. We're going to add on the extra point there for Chicago. Hello, 49ers is right. TikTok could have gone down depending on the community guidelines. Yeah, it looked like Streamlabs ended it. So we're gonna have to see what the guidelines are on for that, but not too worried about it. Like I said, as long as we got the main prompt with YouTube, and there you see former Packer Super Bowl champion Al Harris getting hyped up for the Bears on defense. He's their secondary coach, the cornerback and safety coach. Take a little sip of water here. Wow, I mean, guys, what a start! What a start for Chicago. I mean, this is exactly what they needed. Um, and when we talk Bears football, I mean, I've been really in tune this year with this team because obviously they're relevant once again, and being at the top of the NFC North this year, there is a lot of question marks for the other teams in the division. Um, I think the biggest question mark for the Bears has been, are they going to be able to keep this up? And it's it's a true feat, true testament. See if this team can keep it going. We got oh, there we go. Cowboys losing. Al Harris will forever haunt them. Dude, that's such a great point, Joe. I mean, like Al Harris, one of the better defenders probably to play the game. I mean, he's always been a little bit overlooked, but that's a Super Bowl champion there in Al Harris. He is he's a good coach. He's proved to probably be a bit better of a coach than he was as a player. Not a Hall of Famer, not even actually in the Packers Hall of Fame starting ballot there. But we're going to start out here. Brock Purdy out of the I formation, quick play action. He's looking to find his man Pearsall there, but great coverage on the back end. And Chicago with two really great plays defensively to start this out, a pick six and a nice stop there in one-on-one coverage. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. We got Gonserman. Hopefully we can pick up Max Crosby in the offseason. He ain't going back to the Raiders. Yeah, I'm not sure what the atmosphere is going to look like for that this offseason. Chicago has pieces that they can accumulate in a trade. We've got tight end in motion. Purdy kicks it outside to McCaffrey. McCaffrey finds a hole. He's moving forward for a nice 3.5, I'd say 3 yard gain there on second down. It's going to bring up 2nd and 7 for the Niners. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's an interesting thought process. Like I think Max Crosby, anybody who watches ball understands he's one of the better defensive linemen in all of football, and they're going to have to pay him well. But we'll see. I would hate to see it. I would definitely hate to see it. All right. Out of the shotgun is Purdy. McCaffrey to his right, moving into the flat. Pass over the middle is caught. Wow, what a play there. Nice pass, nice catch, and a way to hold on to it. He got blasted. Thomas with the reception there. We'll see if the Niners can get anything going here on the offensive end. Um, And shoot, we had a whole Packers stream going on last night, testing out the game and calling that game. We had more Bear fans than I could imagine. Now we're doing a Bears stream, so we're definitely gonna have some Bear fans in here. Um, Purdy off of the I formation gives to McCaffrey. McCaffrey gets slippery through the line and picks up 9 there on first down. Let's see here. Over under on Brisker unsportsmanlike conduct penalties tonight. I love that. I'll take the over. I'll say point. I'll say 1.5. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take the over on 1. I think he's such a hothead, man. He's gonna. Yeah, we'll see. I like that though. We got Purdy out of the I formation, gives it back to McCaffrey. McCaffrey fights forward, stutter steps, stops. I'm not sure if he got that first down on 2nd and 1. That is going to bring up a 3rd and inches. We've got at least make a play for it. If we can get Crosby and Sweat as our edge rushers, it would be lethal. Yeah, I mean that would be insane matching him with Sweat. They would have to give up a couple players picks. So we'll see. I don't really know what his asking price is. We saw what Micah's was, right? So we'll see. We'll see if that's what's going to go down. But we've got a 1st and 10 now. Brock Purdy out of the I formation, sends Juszczyk in motion, play action pass, 3-step drop, passes over the middle, and Sweat is going to knock that down. He's been active on that defensive line, looking to get him going early, bringing up 2nd and 10. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. We got 7 in the chat right now. A great little turnout. This is exactly what we need. I'm just going to keep putting out. Oh, excuse me, that was Booker. I'm not sure why I said Sweat. Sorry about that, guys. Booker with the pass deflection on the offensive line, and that is going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Bears. We got Purdy out of the shotgun, passes over to his tight end Tongs for a nice 7-yard pickup there on 2nd down. Let's get back in here. All right. Once again, we got a 3rd and 2 coming up for this 49ers offense. We'll see if they can muster something up here, a good play call to get them over the hump here. Jake Tongs with the last reception. Tongs is in motion now, stacking up that left side of the line. Play action over to McCaffrey. Purdy across the middle. Has a man, and that's going to be a nice pickup there on 3rd and short across the middle. We got a flag on the play as well. We got a flag on the play. We're going to take a look. We got a holding on the defense. All right. Holding on Chicago. That is going to be null and void, and they're going to have that ball at the 1-yard line. All right. So, yeah, once again, what a nice pass over the middle for Brock Purdy and company. Purdy is getting out of the pocket, looking to throw, lofts it to a wide open man. Touchdown, Jake Tongs, and the 49ers are on the board. That's going to be 6 for San Fran. Wow, what a start to this game so far. It's looking eerily similar to the Packers game, despite it being a pick 6, the first score last night. We got 2 touchdowns early on here in the first quarter. Brock Purdy, 4 for 7, 52 yards, a touchdown and a pick. And there's Tongs once again, wide open, touchdown. A really big boost there on that possession for the Niners. Christian McCaffrey going 3 rushes for 13 yards, averaging a little over 4 yards per carry on that possession. And he kicks it through, and it is true. 7-7 game here in Santa Clara, California. The Niners strike back. We'll see what Chicago has on offense for the first time. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been quite the stream to start so far. We've got 2 touchdowns early, keeping ourselves involved. Let's take a peek here. Yeah, we got the one catch for 25 yards for Robinson and 3 receptions for 27 yards on that exact possession for Jake Tongs and a touchdown with a long 18 yards. How's all my anglers out there? Are we having a good time? We got 7 in the chat currently right now. Unfortunately, the TikTok live went down due to some community guidelines. We got Morgan Bartlett in the chat. Good to hear from you, man. Happy to hear that you're doing well. We got a bear down in the chat. It won't be coming from me to say. Obviously, we got Go Pack Go all around me. But the Bears are the NFC North champions this year. They're going to probably, in all likelihood, lock up the 2 seed. which means they're going to have to host the Packers in the first round. So we'll see what kind of infirmary they're going to be playing against. If it's going to be like the whole hospital, I'm not sure. I don't know. They've got like 52 of the 53 players on their active roster hurt. um, we do have ourselves a game. We have ourselves a game here, folks. Such a great time. Fire. Hope everybody's having a good evening, though. We got a couple viewers in the chat. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Nah, no home games. No home games. Last night, I'm telling you guys, though, it was one of those things. Derrick Henry, just across the faces. What is this? Yeah, Derrick Henry just to the Packers last night. You know what I mean? Just smacking them. No good. No good. But yeah, we got a lot of reactions here when the Bears beat the Packers. Got people breaking doors and jumping up and down. I get it. The Bears have been irrelevant, and I'm not talking down on Chicago. I'm just being real, folks. To all my anglers out there, the Bears have just not been, like, let's talk, the last 40 years. Come on. They've not been the most relevant team in football. So let me turn off these subtitles. That would help a lot. That would help a lot. Hope everybody's having a good time. The San Francisco 49ers are about to kick off. I can't even see everything on here right now. There we go. Subtitles and audio. Let's turn those subs off. There we go. Now I can see everything. What a great return. That was a speedy return there by Blackwell. Bringing that out just inside the 30-yard line. And we're going to get our first look of the night of the Bears offense with DJ Moore, DeAndre Swift, and Caleb Williams and company coming out here to make a run. Yep. No, there was a lot of people jumping around. I mean, I was parked. My cheeks were parked in my seat. I was not very happy, but I mean, you guys can imagine. Caleb Williams out of the shotgun sends Swift to the flat. Williams, empty backfield, 3-step drop, sits in the pocket and delivers a strike across the middle to Cole Kmet for a quick pickup of 7 there on first down. One thing to look out for in this game that you'll see with the Chicago Bears, something that I've been paying attention to most of the year. You see the graphic up on the screen, 58% completion percentage, 227 yards a game for Caleb Williams. He's not been super efficient throughout most of the game, but he's been able to get better as the game goes on. As Cole Kmet goes in motion, Williams with the play action pass gets batted down at the line of scrimmage, and that is going to be Elliott with the big mitt coming up and smacking that down. That's going to force a 3rd and short now for the Chicago Bears. Yeah, Elliott's been a nice piece to this defense with Bosa not being there. And, I mean, it's been a real injured defense across the board. And they've been able – I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due. Shanahan is definitely – I mean, he has to be Coach of the Year. Think about everything that they've had to deal with this year. You've got Caleb Williams going from pistol under center, sending Loveland in motion, play action over to Swift. He's going to pump fake to Swift. He's going to juke out a D lineman, create some traffic, and pass the ball. What's the call on the field? I'm looking at the refs here. Was that ball intercepted? I think it was. We got a flag on the play as well on the offense. Not sure what the flag is. We're awaiting that currently. As of right now, I'm not exactly sure. It looked like it might have been an interception on the play. Not going to speculate. Caleb looks a little confused out there as well. Okay, it was not an interception, just an incomplete pass, 4th down. There's no foul on the play, 4th and 3 for Chicago, and that's going to be a quick 3 and out for the Bears here on offense. Luckily, they got a pick 6 and already have 7 on the board. Yes, Luther Burden was activated. I mentioned that earlier. Um, he was activated. I'm not sure how much playing time he's going to get, but definitely a big piece coming back for Chicago. Nice punt, but just not able to field it in time for Blackwell. And the special teams in company for the Bears. They're going to take a quick time out for commercial. Just under 10 minutes left, 7-7 game here in Santa Clara, California. But how's everybody doing tonight? We're going over a couple of past games that happened in today's morning slate. Going over a couple of things, we had that nice game yesterday. 20-16, Houston travels to LA and takes down the Chargers. The Cincinnati Bengals made me eat my words from yesterday. I originally had talked about how I believed in Jacoby Brissett, and I thought that he had that offense in a great state of mind. Obviously, injuries play into effect a lot more. But the Bengals, sorry for moving the camera. The Bengals defend home field, win 37-14 at home, and move to 6-10 on the year. A lot to like in that game. A lot of offense. Jacoby Brissett, 21 for 37, 212 yards and 2 touchdowns. Got sacked 4 times. They weren't really able to get anything going on the ground. Michael Carter only had 29 total yards on the ground. But it was quite the opposite on the other side of the ball. Joe Burrow going 24 for 31, extremely efficient, 305, 2 touchdowns, got taken down 3 times for sacks. Chase Brown was able to get it going on the ground, 22 carries for 101 yards and 2 touchdowns. And that was really the story in that one. Being able to pull away, Cincinnati takes care of business and sends the Cardinals their 13th loss of the season. That's a tough pill to swallow. I would not want to be 13-3 right now. Going over another game here, Pittsburgh Steelers in a not an absolute must-win, but a definite should-win game. They're playing. They go into Cleveland and lose 6-13. Rodgers had some trouble against that offense or against that defense in Cleveland. They're always making it tough. The Bears were able to handle that team relatively well, though. Rodgers goes 21 for 39, 168, no touchdowns, no turnovers. They were able to get something going on the ground, averaging a little over 5 yards per carry. And the Browns were just able to – they were able to get on the board early. Shedeur Sanders having probably his best game as a pro, 17 for 23, 186, a touchdown and 2 picks. So we'll get back into that. We've got Christian McCaffrey in motion, shotgun formation for the Niners and company. Purdy, 3-step drop. Across the middle, delivers a strike to his main man, Tongue, so far. Jake Tongue's getting involved early. That's going to be his 4th reception on the game so far. You think Burrow requested trade in the offseason? I think that's a great question. If there's not a way, if they – injury update on Trent Williams. That's not looking too good. I like the fact of Burrow leaving. I just think with McCaffrey going around the outside for a gain of about a half yard, I think there's better situations for Burrow to go into. I don't really believe in the whole kind of atmosphere that the NFL has been in for years in stay true and loyal to your team. It's like, bro, this is a business with filthy rich individuals. You're a number, man. You're a number. So I think they're gonna. I could see him on the move if they don't address that defense and address the offensive line, which I can't see all getting done in 1 year. I personally see him getting a call from the Vikings. As Brock Purdy's under pressure, he's going to get out of the pocket and slide for a nice gain there on 2nd down, picking up about 4 to 4.5 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and medium. So, yeah, that's my answer for you, Joe. I think I could see him going to Minnesota. I don't think Minnesota – I think they're lying to themselves. I talked with Jeff Wiganowski. Shout out to Jeff if he's tuning in right now at work. we talk about this a lot. I could see I could see them pursuing Joe Burrow because they don't trust McCarthy. Come on. 9. Come on, guys. Come on. They don't trust that dude. Purdy out of the shotgun, 3rd and 6. McCaffrey coming out of the backfield. Purdy with a jump pass, fakes out the cameraman and gets knocked down at the line once again from Booker. Booker with 2 deflections off the line of scrimmage so far. Yeah, right. 9. Burrow might just hang it up. He's bored. That's another thing. I mean, guys, I do think that retirement is in the playing cards for Joe. I've not really seen an individual kind of react to things like he has. It's very, very interesting, but we'll see. We'll see. I think it's a great concept. We're going to hear a lot more in the offseason as Duvernay is back for the Bears. They've got a couple of good blocks, but he's going to call for a fair catch at the 15.5-yard line, and the Bears are going to be set up to – wow, I mean, what a fantastic punt, by the way. He essentially just flipped the field. Yeah, once again, another batted down pass from Booker. Bears are holding strong here. We'll see if they can get something going on the offensive end this time around. Once again, we were going over a couple of the games that have happened earlier in the slate today. Believe it or not, one of the better games of the entire Sunday slate were some of the worst teams in football, which that normally kind of happens, right? You've got the Tennessee Titans hosting the New Orleans Saints, who have been on a bit of a run. They've won a couple of games in a row here with Tyler Show as their starting quarterback now. He's been playing really well. 34-26, the Saints go into Tennessee and knock off the Titans. Overall, a pretty good game. I mean, high scoring. I mean, that's what we like, right? Like, my favorite thing is not watching a defensive batter. I don't like watching a game like Philly and Buffalo earlier, right? A little slower. Hoping for some things to move in the right direction with that. But going over some stats, extremely efficient game. Extremely from Mr. Show. 22 for 27, 333 yards, 2 touchdowns. That is phenomenal. 2 sacks, 142.7 QBR, and they were able to get the run game going. Esteem had 14 carries for 94 yards and a touchdown. And then on the other side of the football, Cam Ward, good game, not good enough, right? 21 for 40, 251 and 2 touchdowns, QBR 88.6. And that is right. There was an all-out brawl on the sideline in that Giants-Raiders game. The Raiders getting the W. They are still, if I believe, still in contention for that number 1 seed. Or, excuse me, for that number 1, the number 1 pick now with the loss. Excuse me, I said a win. They are now 2-14 after the 34-10 loss at home. So look for them to be pursuing Mr. Mendoza as their starting quarterback, the Heisman Trophy winner out of Indiana. All right, starting with the ball in the I formation, tight end in the backfield. Monangai is the starting back. 2 wide receivers to his right, sends DJ Moore in motion and hands the ball off to Monangai. Plows forward. Falls forward for about 1.5 yards. They'll give him 2 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down. Andrew Luck 2.0, right? Yeah, I mean, that was a sad story, too. That's not something that we really loved happening, but they were able to really go on a run with him. Andrew Luck, wow. One of my favorite quarterbacks ever, by the way. He can really dissect a game well. All right, out of the I formation, sends Komet as an extra blocker off line of scrimmage, has Monangai in the backfield once again. Niners are bringing 5, hands to Monangai. Monangai plows forward for about a 3.5 to 4 yard carry there on 2nd down. But what a luxury, right? Like being able to run the ball confidently on 2nd down, on 1st and 2nd down, really, the set up a third and short to medium, that is something that is highly touted. And I mean, you need that in NFL football. It really takes off a lot of stress from that offense and your quarterback. Chicago's faced with a 3rd and 4. Niners showing pressure, sending DJ Moore in motion, hitting him with a nice little corner out route, and just can't hold on. Nice defense there by San Francisco in the one-on-one, and that's going to force Chicago to punt, 4th and 4. Thank you guys for tuning in, all my anglers out there hopping into the chat. So good to have you guys in here supporting the channel. We're going to be coming at you guys live for Thursday Night Football next week. We're going to be coming at you guys live for next Sunday Night Football. We're going to try and do our best to get you guys rolling in the right direction so you guys can get some good coverage. Nice punt. Oh, my goodness. Flips the field completely, catches the ball inside the 25-yard line, plows forward, runs into his own man, and is down after 11-yard return from Mr. Moore. Did I say I said show? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It is Shuck. Thanks, Kyle. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, it's hard to keep up with all these guys at this point. You got like 3 or 4 backups in a game at once. I mean, God, I'm a Packer fan, and I'm like, who is Tune? What are we doing? That was so crazy. But once again, we've got Brock Purdy sending his man in motion, calling a check at the line of scrimmage. Behind him is Christian McCaffrey. He does hand to McCaffrey. Nice move off the line, bounces it outside, punts off a defender, keeps his legs turning, punts forward, moves to the right, keeps moving, and is down after a huge gain on 1st down. What a play there from Christian McCaffrey. Very thankful for Christian. He's been carrying me most of the season in fantasy as well. I mean, you'll see it here. Great blocking. Missing that first tackle was just detrimental for that defense, and he was able to really turn upfield. This is a hard football team to run the football on, so this is going to be really the matchup to look for. You can see Purdy isn't super confident so far in this one after the first play being a pick 6, but there's Christian McCaffrey once again. You got Bear defenders peanut punching that ball out as they do. And it looks like Wright's going to hop off the field with a small injury. Hopefully he is doing okay. Hope everybody's doing all right. Thanks for tuning in, Kyle. Again, thank you for the correction there on the pronunciation. That is extremely... Oh, let's see. Did he... Wright goes to punch. Oh, my goodness. He gets blasted by his own man right on the face mask. I hope he's all right. Maybe going into concussion protocol. Let's hope not. Bears on defense. We've got Brock Purdy out of the shotgun. Sends Juszczyk in motion. Gives to Robinson. Robinson bounces off a defender. Puts his head down. He's got 3 guys carrying him. And he pushes forward for another large gain. Brian Robinson Jr. with the carry. Taking the Niners inside the 10-yard line. And they are in business. Yeah, they were taking a look. They were trying to get everybody moving quick. You normally are going to send 2 players in motion, so it looks like they're going to come off the left of the offensive line, but then you've got your left guard pulling to the right, which creates a huge hole for Brian Robinson to go through. Purdy, play action to Robinson, looking to tuck it. He's got an angle. He's going to dive for the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Brock Purdy getting the Niners on the board with his legs. Touchdown, Niners. This is really shaping up to be shootout territory. This is looking fun. We got an over/under about 52.5 coming into this game. If I do stand corrected. Yeah, he was hit by his own player, so hopefully he's doing okay. Yeah, great blocking by Tongues. Once again, he's had a great start to this game, having a lot of targets in the passing game, catching the touchdown, and then block and lead for his quarterback diving into the end zone. Great play there and a nice first quarter so far for both squads, but Chicago's going to have to answer in a real way here. Point after is good. We got ourselves a game here, folks. 14-7. Chicago now trails All right, all right, all right, all right. Once again, we doing all right with the camera? Okay. Beautiful. All right, what are we thinking? Do we want to get you guys in with a little bit of the let's have a little fun here. What do you guys say? Have a little fun with this new setup. Let's see what we can do here. Baby girl.
What's your name? Let me talk to you. Let me buy you a drink. I'm T-Pain. What do you guys think? Assalamu lama doom lama you assuming I'm human. What I gotta do to get it through to you? I'm superhuman, innovator, evidence, saying of me, and I'll never say them. What I never demonstrating how to give up. Does that sound funny? What are we thinking? You guys That's gonna be my new touchdown celebration as well. Yeah, I bet you are, Nick.
All right, we're back. We're back on the mic legitimately. I'm just gonna pop this down just a smidge. There we go. There we go. No, she can't. Nope. Nobody's gonna stop him. Yeah, she's right there. She's right behind me. She's getting the best of both worlds. She's tuned in and gets to hear it through the wall. So a lot of fun. So far 14-7 San Francisco leads. Brock Purdy kind of getting himself back into it after the pick six to start the game, touchdown pass and a rushing touchdown. And it's weird because you don't really know what to expect from this Niners team. They've always been good, right? Like in recent memory, when they've had Shanahan, they've been really good. The problem is they've been so injured all year, you just don't really know what to think about the team. And they're out here winning games. I mean, they've won games all year. They've had some really hard wins. Mac Jones coming in, performing, looking like he was better than Brock Purdy. And Purdy coming back, having a couple lackluster games off injury, and then turning up. I mean, having 5 touchdowns against the Colts defense in their past matchup on the road. Uh, just just a lot to like from this Niners team, and it breaks my heart because I hate facing the Niners in the playoffs. So I hope Green Bay doesn't have to do that, and they might because they're going to have to face up against this Bears team for the third time this year. So we will see how that goes. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Watching Mr. Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth get down and dirty on the mics, doing their thing, calling games. This is what's been so different for me is that I'm not, I'm trying to keep it professional, right? Like trying to have a good time with it, but the pressure of the booth is not there. I don't feel that pressure. We've got Caleb Williams sending a man in motion, play action pass, 3-step drop. Williams is going to throw, tipped. Oh my goodness. Tip, target to Colston Loveland, falls hard, gets right back up. He's a beast. Uh, Great deflection there defensively for the Niners defense, and the Bears are going to be set up with a 2nd and 10. Everybody hit me up in the chat. What are your guys' final scores for this game? What are you guys taking right now from here on out? Are we doing – what you got? We got Chicago. We got San Fran. What's final scores? Everybody drop it in the chat. Let me know what you guys think. My heart is telling me that San Francisco wins this game, but my logic's telling me that Chicago is going to come back and win again. There's Caleb Williams out of the shotgun, hitting Luther Burden with a nice spin move, making it look like he's going to go out of bounds, spinning back inbounds for an extra 4 yards, and you know Ben Johnson's loving that. They really like this guy, Luther Burden, here, and I don't doubt. I mean, come on. This guy's a big-time receiver. 22 years old. He was their second-round pick in this year's draft. College. He's out of Missouri. This year he's got 37 receptions for 490 and a touchdown. A nice little season. He's had a couple of injuries this year that have kind of plagued him, but DJ Moore in motion for a nice pitch block off the side. There's a lot of blocks up front for Swift here on this possession. Swift falls forward for about an 8.5-yard carry. Very nice, and that's what Chicago is going to have to do. They got to get that ground game going. This is a pretty stout defense that they're going up against, so we will see how everything fares. Very long, drawn-out first quarter here on Sunday Night Football. And they haven't even gotten this guy back in the game, and that's Rome Odunze. He has been a big part, kind of that security blanket for Caleb, sending DJ Moore in motion. Nice tight end screen. First down. Oh, my goodness. Low tackle there on Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet falls forward for a first down. Nice play call, but there is a flag on the play. Yeah, it looks like we got a personal foul. Wow. Personal foul on the defense. That is a tough one, especially after that nice pickup. Yeah. It's on the tackle. Oh, I see. Oh, my goodness. Is Big Man all right? I think he's all right, but yeah, he's trying to go low to get through to get the tackle, and that is a catastrophic type play. You don't like seeing that. Thankfully, everybody's good. That is a tough injury waiting to happen if that kind of tackle's allowed. So Colson Loveland in motion, coming across the center of your screen. Caleb Williams going deep, has a man, touchdown Bears. Luther Burden coming back off of the injury list. And the Bears strike back. 13-14 is your score. Wow, what a pretty nice pass by Caleb Williams, floating it across the middle, really exploiting that cover two. Yeah, they're running a cover two. I mean, that's a late reaction. Safety on the left side of the field comes in because of the play action. They're able to get a hit on the quarterback. Caleb Williams exploits that. Puts it into the right spot for him to run under it. Touchdown, Chicago. Beautiful, beautiful. That's exactly what they want. Wow, almost a blocked extra point. But that one is true for Mr. Santos. And the Bears are right back in this 14-14. We got a flag there on the play at the end. Let's take a look and see what the call is. Looks like a personal foul, possibly, on San Francisco. He's given us the motion, but he's not telling us the call. He's going, what do we got? Personal foul on the defense. It's going to be on San Fran. That's the leverage. That's for hopping over the line. You can't do that. Personal foul. Check it out here. You'll see it if you guys are watching at home. You cannot touch or use any players to lift and jump. Close call, but I like it. I think that's a consistent call that's called throughout the NFL. So that's going to be a good call there. 14-14 as we are just under 3 minutes left in the first quarter. All right. What's the perspective on the NFC North? This is a great question. This is a very great question. So let me give you guys some real lowdown here. Okay. So from everything that we can gather, let me grab this so I can give you guys some notes. Get this out of here. Put this thing right in front of me so we can use it, right? Okay. So out of the NFC North. The NFC North is now won as of yesterday night by the Chicago Bears. They have clinched the division at 11-4. They finally got their point differential back in tune. They are 7-3 in conference, 2-3 in the division. They've got one of those wins against the Packers. The rest have been. They did go ahead and beat the Vikings in 1 week. But we've got Green Bay at 9-6-1, very injured, losing momentum, absolutely losing momentum. They're on a 3-game losing streak, trying to get into the playoffs. They were 9-3-1. They could very well be 12-3-1 right now. It's a very annoying situation, but just very, very beat up. It's so funny. I keep coming back to this, and I'm not doing this out of hope just because I think the Packers are going to win the Super Bowl. I don't think that. I really don't. It looks very similar to how the 2010 season ended, with the Bears winning the division, finishing with 11 wins, which still technically is a possibility. I don't see it. The Packers finished with 10 wins, 6 losses, which is about on par. And then at that point in time, it was 6-10 and 6-10 for the Vikings and the Lions. They're both 8-8. So I think it's interesting. They're not the strongest division in football. Can you believe this, by the way? We're talking about the Packers, who have been playing very well most of the season, and the Vikings, who have been essentially a laughingstock. The Vikings are 8-8. The Vikings and the Lions both have one less win than the Green Bay Packers. Oh, dear Lord. But we got a nice kickoff here from Santos from midfield, and it goes out of bounds. Guys. Come on. Really, Santos? I'm not even a Bears fan. That was the dumbest crap I've ever seen. Are we serious right now? Let's go ahead and just kick this out of bounds. All right. Interesting. But yeah, so we got the Bears that are 100% going to win the division, and Green Bay going to face them essentially in the first round. So I'm taking Green Bay all the way in that regard, but I know a lot of you guys in the chat will not agree with that. So, best division in football, though, is the NFC West, and we're watching one of the games right now. Purdy, out of the shotgun, gets it over to Pearsall, and it's dropped in the backfield. Seattle, 13-3. San Francisco, 11-4, maybe 12-4 after this one, and the Rams, 11-4, who play tomorrow night. That is the best division in football. Yeah. The strongest division as of right now is the NFC West, and there's no questions about it to me whatsoever. Nothing really to see outside of that. You got 3 teams above 11 wins, or at 11 or above. Juszczyk is in motion. Purdy out of the shotgun. He's looking deep. He's got a man across the middle of the field. There's Pearsall cutting it back in, and a nice reception there on first down. Pearsall a little slow to get up there on the play. Drop my pen here. All the way over there, so I'll get that another time. We're using the backup for now. Pearsall with a nice route there on the offensive end. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in and giving me all the support, all my anglers. We've already got it framed out for you guys. We're gonna work on the logo. We're gonna change some things. Keep moving. Shout out to Christian DeMars, my brother-in-law, for helping me with that. So let me guys know in the chat, what was your favorite game today? Just throw out what was your favorite. It doesn't have to be your favorite team, just whatever game entertained you the most. I'm going to say for me so far, believe it or not, I'm going to go with the Eagles and the Bills. It was entertaining, especially towards the end, just kind of a slow game. McCaffrey's going to get the carry, hit twice in the backfield, can't get brought down. Takes 2 more Bears to get him down after a 2.5-yard pickup. That is going to bring up a flag on the play. Awaiting that call currently. 14-14, 133 left here in the first quarter. We are still in the first quarter.
This is crazy. This has been an hour and 9-minute stream so far. Third down. And the injuries that we talk about for the Niners, Brock Purdy missed 8 games. Ricky Pearsall missed 7 games. George Kittle missed 6 games. Nick Bosa's out for the year with a torn ACL. Fred Warner is out for the year with that broken ankle, and we've been seeing him on the panels, getting some football knowledge and bringing everybody into the real mind of football. And Brock Purdy is going to beat Montez Sweat to the edge and pick up the first down with his legs. Sure, yeah, I can repeat the question. If you guys watched any football today, what was your favorite matchup of the day? What was the best game that you watched? What was your favorite? Just talk to me about what you liked about today's games. I mean, let's get some interactions going. Let's talk. That's the whole point here. I want to get everybody involved, see if we can get some new viewership, bring in a couple of new people. So nothing wrong with that. Brock Purdy kicking it over to Christian McCaffrey on the side, and he is brought down quickly for a loss of 1 on the play. And that is going to probably bring us to the end of the first quarter. Finally, one of the longer first quarters of the year. 1 second disparity between the play clock and the game clock. McCaffrey's looking a little beat up. I'd be surprised if they snap the ball here on 2nd and 11 to end the first quarter. Calling a quick check, calling out the mic. 53 is the mic. Use check on the right side of the line. Yeah, he's not gonna snap this. This is gonna go to the end of the first quarter here in Santa Clara, California, as the Niners and the Bears are tied 14-14 after 1 here on The Angle. You guys are watching exclusively The Angle here live on YouTube. Previously platformed on TikTok Live, which we are going to continue to work on and get that going and working for everybody. Robbie liked the Bills-Eagles game, but Josh Allen choked. That is a fact. That is a factual statement. He did. He choked. He missed the throw. They had everything there, and he missed the throw. How's everybody doing tonight? Is everybody having a good time? Thank you guys for tuning into the stream and supporting. It means the world to me. This is something that's been long overdue. Believe it or not, this is a very funny stat. The worst division in football to me, I think, is the NFC South. Every single team has a negative point differential. Can you guys believe that? A negative point differential for all 4 teams into the division, including the number 1 and 2 teams leading that division. And believe it or not, the 7-9 Tampa Bay Buccaneers are primed to win the division. All they got to do is beat the Panthers next week. Panthers sitting at 8-8, Tampa Bay at 7-9. They're going to match up to see who wins that division and whoever gets to sneak into the playoffs as the 4 seed. Wow, how cool is that? Each team has a negative point differential, though. Negative 67 total points. So that means, what that means is points scored versus points allowed. Okay? So however many points the Carolina Panthers have scored against allowed, they're minus 67. For perspective, they've scored 297 points this year, and they've given up 364, and they're winning their division currently. Minus 33 for Tampa Bay, minus 53 for Atlanta, and minus 75 for the 6-10 Saints. Not fun. We look in the NFC North, believe it or not, every team is above their differential, but the Vikings sitting at 8-8 with a minus 2 differential. They've scored 2 less points than they've given up. The Bears have put up 33 net points, and the Packers have 44. Detroit, bottom of the division, with 65 net points. Brock Purdy, 5-step drop, steps up in the pocket, has a man across the middle. Ricky Pearsall once again drops him down at the 21-yard line, and the Niners are back in business. He's got the Panthers to win the division. McCaffrey up the middle, jukes out 2 defenders, and finally gets taken down by Edmonds after a huge run of about 15 yards. Once again, back in business are the Niners. This is a team that you just can't mess with. Like they're gonna do everything in their power to run it down your throat. I've always thought that McCaffrey healthy is one of the better Swiss Army knife. Probably the best Swiss Army knife running back I've ever watched. Consider all things considered. Gives to McCaffrey. McCaffrey bounces it outside, and he is gone. Touchdown, Niners. San Francisco, 9 plays, 75 yards, and the touchdown. A nice lead block there by Juszczyk. Probably the best fullback in all of football. Nice pitch outside, picking up that block one-on-one with Jalen Johnson, and it's just not even a problem for Mr. McCaffrey as the Niners get their 3rd touchdown of the game and add the extra point to follow. It's going to be a 21-14 game so far. McCaffrey's looking tough. Nick McMahon's got the Panthers winning the division. I like it. I think that's a good pick. I cannot believe Tampa Bay's lost 4 straight. They're just in that point in the season where they're just trying to get to the offseason. I feel like they've got a lot of things to work on. Oh, excuse me. We're getting tired. I like that pick, though. I'm going to take Carolina to win the division and maybe even kind of give somebody a run for their money in the playoffs, that 5 seed. I don't think they'll win a playoff game, but I can definitely see them making some noise in that first wild card game. All things considered, if everything stays as is right now, I'm going to say never mind, because that would mean that the 49ers are going to pull into Carolina. I do not think that the 49ers are going to have many problems with that Carolina team. So Niners are a good ball club. They're very well coached. It's just something that you can't replicate it, right? Like when you have good coaching, the rest follows. I mean, I genuinely mean that. Look at the Bears, guys. Look at the Chicago Bears. 11-4. They won 5 games last year. I said that their max ceiling was 8 wins this year. I think everybody was on that page too. That's not like an outlandish thing for me to say. Yeah, I just believed that the Bears were going to have some growing pains, and they have early, but I just don't know how obtainable this run is just because of the way they're winning, right? Like, they had a very convincing win against the Browns in the dog pound a couple weeks back. Excuse me. But I just don't know. Guys, I don't know. And is this the Cinderella run? Is this like the Cinderella story of the NFL this year? Yeah, it is. I just don't know if they move in the right direction. There's Ben Johnson, Bears head coach. Big Niners fan growing up, he was. Once again, we're going to have the Eddie Pinheiro-led special teams unit of the 49ers kicking off to the Bears here after another touchdown score. Make sure we lock that in there, hey? Eddie Pinheiro is set to kick off. The Bears now trail 21-14. 13:44 left on the clock. Shout out Nick. Thank you again for kicking butt and keeping this scoreboard looking nice. We got ourselves a game here. I mean, through a quarter and a half so far, or a quarter and a dime, I guess, if you want to call it. We've had ourselves a good game. Yeah, look at that. Last year, points per game, they were last. This year, they're fourth. Excuse me, 10th in points per game. That's a very cool shot, seeing that back camera. We've got Caleb Williams under center in the I formation, gives to Kyle Monangai. Monangai pops outside. Monangai makes a move, and he almost had the opening. Oh my goodness, that was going to be a house call. Monangai couldn't make a decision on which way he wanted to go. Let's take a look at this once again. Monangai with a great run there on first down, getting Cole Kmet out in space to block. Monangai didn't know what he wanted to do there. Oh my goodness, if I'm a Bear fan right now, I'm in tears and I'm mad. That should have been a touchdown. Caleb Williams out of the shotgun, 5-step drop, kicks it to his check down to Monangai. Monangai picks up some speed, gets off of 2 defenders, and pummels forward for another first down. Kyle Monangai getting involved here on the offensive end to start this possession. I think that deserves one of these. Kyle Monangai's 7th-round pick. He's a rookie this year out of Rutgers. He's got 156 rushes for 755 and 5 touchdowns, averaging just under 5 yards a carry. Cole Kmet goes outside. They send an offensive lineman in motion, get somebody off. We got a free play here. Caleb Williams doing his best Aaron Rodgers impression, taking his time, taking a shot to the end zone. Touchdown, Colston Loveland and the Bears. Wow, what a play. Touchdown, Chicago. We'll see if it stands. We got the flag. That's going to be encroachment on San Fran, and that is going to be a touchdown. Wow. Caleb Williams doing his best Aaron Rodgers impression, getting the free play, staying in the pocket, getting some protection on the broken play. Everyone's kind of standing around, not really knowing what's happening. Colston Loveland doing a crazy, split drill, what do you want to call it, impression. He's pulling off the side. What a bullet by Caleb Williams across the middle for a touchdown. Bears right back in it, 21-21 after that extra point. Guys, Sunday night football, right? Right? And it's always better when you're tuned in with The Angle. Sunday Night Football on The Angle, live here on YouTube and streaming on TikTok as well. Wow, what a beautiful play. I mean, I know Ben Johnson is loving that. And yes, I am that guy who just doesn't use the handle on the Stanley that often. I guess I could put it over here. It's just not as natural of a rotation, I guess you could call it. Yeah, I mean, just a beautiful pass. I kind of saw it coming too. I didn't expect Loveland to have that. Just what a great play mentally too. That was not the route he was running. He was actually running an outside post to the inside of the field, and he's seen that there was a free play, and he cuts it back outside towards the pylon. Easy day. 21-21. Will you do something for me? Can you hit a little rich flex for me? 21. That's crazy. This is a crazy game. 21-21, 11-4, 11-4. Second quarter with 12:20 left in the game. Guys, this has the opportunity to be the absolute game of the year, guys. We're not even at halftime. We're about to hit the over in points on what this game was supposed to have. Terrible return by Mr. Moore. And the Bears covering that one up real quick. Excuse me. QB comparison tonight. Brock Purdy, 7 for 12, 106, a touchdown and a pick, along with a rushing touchdown. And Caleb Williams, 6 for 10, 108, and 2 touchdowns with no interceptions. Two young quarterbacks going at it here on prime time. NFC, top of the NFC matchup. This is what we like to see. This is a lot of fun. What a great slate of games, though, to call. Brock Purdy gives it. Christian McCaffrey falls forward for a 4.5 yard pickup there on first down. Going to bring up 2nd and 5. We've had two really, really good games to call the last two nights. Green Bay staying in it most of the game and then collapsing there at the end of the fourth quarter and losing, giving up literally hundreds of yards on the ground to Derrick Henry and 4 touchdowns. I could do the same. Brock Purdy in the shotgun, sends Juszczyk in motion, fakes the pitch over to McCaffrey, hits his man across the middle. There he is once again, Mr. Tongues. Wow, he's had a great game so far in the passing game. It's going to be his 6th reception of the night. It's going to bring up 1st and 10. Brock Purdy currently 116 yards through the air. Sends Juszczyk in motion once again. Gives the ball to Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey bounces it outside, comes back inside, and falls forward for a 3.5 yard pickup. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 6. I just told your mother Loveland has the instinct to cut back at the right or the top of his route for that touchdown. Exactly. That's a great play. I mean, that's exactly what you want out of your big pass-catching tight end. Loveland's really come onto the scene here in his rookie year. That's the other thing about the Chicago team you got to like a lot about. They got a lot of young bucks on this team. Couple vets. Sending Tongues in motion once again. Juszczyk adjusts to the line of scrimmage. Got a fake handoff, an end around to Mr. Moore. A bunch of blockers in front and some real estate to follow. And a nice pickup there for another first down. And guys, with the exception of the tip drill pick 6 to start this game and the 3 and out for Chicago right away, no one's been able to stop anybody. Yeah, no, you're right. You can't teach it. That's just football instinct. He's looking back at the quarterback, changes his route completely, and raises his hand. He knows that if Caleb puts that thing on a string, that's an easy touchdown. That's exactly what we saw. Purdy sending Juszczyk in motion once again. Fake handoff to McCaffrey, steps up in the pocket and gets drilled on the play. Oh, my goodness. Mr. Booker with the sack. He's got 2 pass deflections and a sack in this game. Bears defense showing up big there on 2nd down. On 1st down. Good pursuit. I mean, Purdy, you got to understand in that situation, you got to be ready to throw the ball. Didn't think we'd be saying Mr. Booker's name a lot tonight. Purdy out of the stop. Wow, what a great pass into the breadbasket of Mr. McCaffrey. And that right there, if you guys don't watch Niner football a lot, that is going to be something you're going to have to watch out for. The Niners love to get Christian McCaffrey going on the ground, use him in the play-action game, and then put him out in the wide out or in the slot position, put him with a nice, quick slant route. That's a kind of a hybrid wheel route, an option route, as you say, kind of depending on what he sees in the secondary with the safety is where he's going to take that route. He saw the inside of the field wide open, went ahead and took it. 103 total yards and a touchdown for Mr. McCaffrey. Brock Purdy under center, hard count, not going to get nobody. 3rd and 3, and it looks like we're going to have a quick timeout. First timeout of the game for the Niners. Niners are going to burn one here on 3rd and 3. Austin Booker having a great game so far. How's everybody doing in the chat? You guys having a good time tuning in? We got some good football coming in right now. Got some really good football going on right now. 21-21. Will you do something for me? Can you hit a little rich flex for me? Tremaine Edmonds on the tackle there. All right, here we go. 3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 for Brock Purdy and company. Purdy in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. McCaffrey out in the flat. Has great protection. Throws it up to Tungs, the tight end. Great coverage there, one-on-one, Mr. Britzker. And no unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, so he's okay. Shout out Dom Matura. So I'm still currently wrong so far in this one. Guillermo, what's up, my guy? So good to see you, my guy. Guillermo Gomez, shout out to G. Thank you for your service, my brother. Thank you for everything that you've done for me and the country, for God's sakes. Thank you so much for everything you do. Stay blessed, my friend. And I know you're loving the game as a Bear fan. We've got Purdy sending Pearsall in motion out of the shotgun. Purdy across the middle, throws it to a man, and he has Pearsall for a first down. A strike across the middle. That's going to deserve one of these. Thanks for tuning in, G. I really appreciate it, man. Like, subscribe, do whatever you can to support the stream, man. And I'll, if you guys got anything that you want me to do, anything specifically, if you want me to cover something specific or go over anything, you guys just let me know, and we will keep moving in the right direction. Purdy 10 for 16, hands it off to Mr. McCaffrey. McCaffrey, wow, see right there, that's a perfect example if you're watching this game. Christian McCaffrey one-on-one in the hole with Montez Sweat. Montez Sweat is one of the best. Honestly, one of the best defensive linemen in all of football and a great tackler. And you see McCaffrey taking him for a yard or two there. It's so hard to get this guy down, man. He's such a strong little hamster. How about a shout-out? 100%. As a veteran myself, shout-out to all of the servicemen and women that have served our country bravely and proudly. We really appreciate all the service. Thank you for that. And we got a nice handoff to Brian Robinson Jr. out of the shotgun position. Brandon Campbell Jr. There he is. I've been waiting for you to pop into the chat. So good to hear from you, brother. Thank you. You know, we're going to give him a little thank you for tuning in, and thank you for your service, Brandon. We got a couple service members here in the chat and tuning into the game. Definitely thankful for everything that you guys have done. Hope you're having a good night, Brandon, hanging out with the kiddos. Like, subscribe, do whatever you can to support the channel, everybody. It's going to be a quick handoff to Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey punches forward, falls forward for another 7-yard gain there on 3rd down. Much love to my boy, Brandon. So happy to hear from you, man. Everybody's tuning in. Having a good night so far. We've got a great game of football here. 21-21. Chicago kind of clawing their way back in, falling out of it. The Niners offense is starting to roll. They're getting something on the offensive end. And Gonterman, you're 100% right. Wright's getting cooked by Pearsall. So we're going to see how this goes. McCaffrey in the backfield. One receiver to the left, one receiver to the right. A pitch out with a front-leading block by Juszczyk, and that gets blown up right away by the stout defensive line, Mr. Billings, for the Bears defense getting in on the play. We got ourselves a game so far here, folks. 5:10 and ticking. Shout out to Nick. Thank you again for kicking butt on this stream, helping me get everything together. And that will be a shout out also to the first responders. We got Brock Purdy out of the shotgun, hitting his man Jennings. Juwan Jennings getting involved. First reception of the game. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal. Shout out to all the first responders as well. I got a couple of buddies, Bryn Morgan and Zach Dewar, Nate Smith, and all of you firefighters out there too. Thank you guys for everything that you do. You are extremely appreciated, and all of the all of the policemen and women as well. Thank you guys for everything that you do, veteran to service member and first responder. Brock Purdy in the shotgun delivers a strike to the end zone, and it's intercepted. Across the field, he's going to get downed inside the 10-yard line, but there is a flag on the play, so we're going to have to take a peek and see what is going on that play. Let's take a look. 4:12 remain here. And it looks like we got some illegal contact on the Bears. That's going to bring up 1st and goal. Oh, my goodness, that's tough. It's actually going to be a illegal hands to the face for Chicago. I hope you guys are digging the score bug, man. This has been a lot of fun to keep that in. Yeah, there it is, right? I don't know, man. That's kind of a cheap call, kind of a late one, to say the least. I don't really like it. Let's see. I mean, by definition, that's the correct call, but that's okay. By definition, correct call. Don't love the call per se. Anne-Marie, mama, she don't like it either. We got Brock Purdy under center, 1 receiver to the right, 1 to the left. Struggles to get the ball over to McCaffrey. McCaffrey gets absolutely leveled by Tremaine Edmonds. He's a little slow to get up, but he looks like he's all right. 2nd and goal now for the Niners. I'm going to bring this leg up so I can stretch out the hip flexors, guys. It gets, streaming is tough, and this has been, fun to do live stream and stuff like that, but sitting in the same place for an extended period of time starts to hurt the cheeks, if you know what I mean. Definitely starts to hurt the cheeks. But we got ourselves a game, and it looks like we got a quick timeout. It's going to burn their second timeout for the Niners. The play clock was running down real quick, and the Niners are going to have 1 timeout remaining. Yeah, we got ourselves a nice start to this game. I can't believe we've had 3 scores on both sides. Once again, just extremely appreciative of you guys popping in and showing the support. This is something that's been a long time coming, and I want to continue to do this and bring more content to everybody. Leading receiver for the Niners, Ricky Pearsall, with 57 yards on 3 receptions. And Mr. McCaffrey is over 100 yards for the game. All right, 2nd and goal, 49ers in the shotgun, sending Pearsall in motion, setting him back on the line. It's going to be a check for Brock Purdy and company. He's moving the line. He's going to give, and he's going to dive into the end zone, almost untouched. Brock Purdy is lit. Touchdown, Niners. A 15-play, 72-yard, 8.5 or almost 9-minute possession. Wow. What another great run there by Brock Purdy. That's crazy. Yeah, Montez Sweat got burnt on the play, not thinking about a read option there. This is the thing that you get with Brock Purdy, though. He's just an absolute athlete. He's always been respectable with his legs. And there it is. You see it once again. That's going to be his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. And we got ourselves a great game. 28-21 with 3:23 left in the first half. Gosh, this is going to be a close game. You got that right, Alizé. This is fantastic. Feel free to pop in and say what's up to your favorite dude whenever you want. Alizé's in the living room watching the game and tuning into the stream, doing everything she can. Super thankful for her support. Once again, so awesome to see you guys in the chat. Share, like, subscribe, get the word out so everybody can pop in and get their opinion on this. I want everybody to see this so that they can like or not like it. There's going to be a lot of people that hate me and a lot of people that like me. So I want to get it out. Let's do what we can to keep promoting this thing. At halftime, I'm going to have to refresh my beverage because This darn water's going quick. Stay hydrated, my friends. That is for sure. Yeah, just been messing around with this board a little bit. Shout out to Maya once again. Thank you so much for all the blessings that you've provided. This is what I'd be giving Montez Sweat after that. Know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're going to start getting some soundboards, sound effects, and moving some new things in here. Yeah, don't drink too much. That's right. I don't want to have to drain the sea monster, as some say. But the problem is my voice has been getting like super, super dry. So we'll see. We will see. We got ourselves a good game here, fellas and fellers. Thank you for all my anglers tuning in to the game. And there's a quick look at Fred Warner in his 8th season. Dislocated that ankle in week 6 against the Bucks, who are really struggling, to be fair. And we got 3:23 remaining here in the second quarter. First half is coming to an end. If you're Chicago, you're going to want to try to double up here. You receive the kickoff starting second half. If they can make some noise and put up 6 here, at least 3 is going to be huge. Chicago is primed for a nice spot here. Believe it or not, even if they don't score, you get the ball to start second half, got an opportunity to put some points up on the board in the second half. Obvious adjustments will be made. And we've got a return from Mr. Duvernay. Duvernay bounces outside, gets a couple blocks, gets out of bounds after a decent return. And we also have a flag on the play. One thing I got to say, I don't know if you guys are watching this game. Yeah, we got a holding on the receiving team. Am I wrong, or have these has the ref taken like stupious amounts of time to announce the penalty? Jogging up, doing his thing, and he's like, huh? And he's like looking around at everybody like, what's the call? Didn't you just throw the flag, guy? What are we talking about here? Thoughts on final score, guys? We got Caleb Williams out of the play action. He's looking downfield. He's got to get out of the pocket. He's extending the play with his feet. That's what Caleb Williams does really well. Picks up 4. Answer to your question, Miss Chelsea. Well, Mrs. Chelsea, because she is taken. Thoughts on the final score? As of this game, I'm going to go, oh my gosh, this would be so cool. I'm going to go 42-38 San Fran with the victory. 42-38. Anyone else has their predictions for final score? Drop it down in the chat. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Caleb Williams pitches over to DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift has a nice hole up the middle and pushes forward for an 8-yard gain, tackled on the play by Mr. Winters. Right back up to the line is Caleb Williams. Williams in the I formation, single back, sends Luther Burden in motion, and brings it down to the 2-minute warning. That is going to stop us there. Nice. I see you, Nick. Way to keep up with that. That's fire. That's legit right there. Shout out to Nick McMahon, my technical producer. 21-28, 2 minutes remain in the first half here in Santa Clara. This might up. Yeah, right. I think that's a great point, Alize. This is, if you guys remember how that game went, it was extremely high scoring throughout the whole game. Back and forth, safety here, weird score here. Somehow they end up tying 40-40. This game's got an opportunity to maybe even go higher than that with how these offenses are playing. We'll see if these Bears can get something going on the offensive end. Knicks going 100. That would be stupid. That would be so stupid. They're This is giving me vibes of that you guys remember that 49ers Rams game in the color rush uniforms? Jared Goff. Oh my goodness, who was the quarterback? Am I tripping, guys? I should know this, right? I should definitely know this. That's bad. Let's figure this out. Let's see. I gotta find this, guys. Yeah, that was right. The full color rush. I gotta find this. Why is this so hard? Guys, I need some help here. Yeah, it was Goff. Yeah, that's right. Rams KC. No, guys, I'm tripping. Nah, nah, nah. Nah, nah, nah. Nah, 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 nah. Was that it? Let me take a look. Let me take a peek. That wasn't it. I'm tripping. We got Caleb Williams in the pistol formation, calling a check on the play. He's got calling out the mic. DeAndre Swift trails him. Two wide receivers to his left, gives to DeAndre Swift, pummels forward for about a 3.5-yard carry on 1st and 10. Yes, I do know for sure it was Goff, but I want to see. All right, we got Caleb Williams in an empty backfield, 5-step drop, steps up in the pocket. He has time. No holding. Oh, my goodness, just overthrows his man. Let's see if I can find this here, guys. It's got to be in here as one of the highest scoring games ever. Like, there's no way it's not. There's Rams-Denver. Check the chat. No, it was just, we still got Goff. Guys, I need answers here. I should know this. This makes me so mad. Oh, not what I like. Caleb Williams, empty backfield, sends Burden in motion. He's running for his life, and he's going to have to get rid of it. And that's exactly what he does. Bringing up, was that 3rd and 7? Yes, it was. 4th and 7 now for the Bears, and they're going to have to punt this one away. Somebody find me that. I'm going to get mad. I don't know, man. I don't know what year it was. It was the game of the year. Wow. Great coverage there on the play. It was Rams Chiefs 2018. Thank you. Oh my goodness. This reminds me of Rams Chiefs. That game was stupid. Monday Night Football. Rams win 54-51 in 2018. Jared Goff had 413 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. And the Chiefs, despite Patrick Mahomes' 478 and 6 touchdowns, he also threw 3 interceptions. That was a crazy game. That's the vibe I'm getting from this game, believe it or not. Like, across the board, both of these teams are putting in work, man. They're scoring points early. And right now, currently, we're on pace for the Bears to finish with 42 points on the night. Come on now. We got a lot to like in this game. Yeah, if it was a shootout game, Rams and KC. That's right. 54-51. I'll never forget that game. So happy I watched that. 2018, by the way. I was still in the Navy. That was actually at my beginning time period in the service. Shout out to everybody for tuning in. Thank you guys so much. Seriously, I can't say it enough. You guys have been so great these last 2 streams. And we're going to keep bringing stuff at you guys as much as we can. Give you guys some updates statistically, just so that you guys can kind of understand why the game is where it's at. Caleb Williams, 6 for 12, 108 and 2 touchdowns with a 120.8 QBR. Kyle Monangai and DeAndre Swift splitting the backfield. Both have 3 carries. Monangai with 24 and Swift with 20 on the ground. Luther Burden is currently the leading receiver for the Bears with 45 receiving yards. For the 49ers, we've got Brock Purdy with 11 for 17, 141, a touchdown, and an interception. Christian McCaffrey's got 16 carries for 98 yards and a rushing touchdown. Brock Purdy, 21 yards on the ground, 2 rushing touchdowns, one of them off that read option on the last possession. And then leading receiver for the San Francisco 49ers is Ricky Pearsall. Right behind him, Jake Tongues with 48 receiving yards. So that is where we currently are at. Both special teams units are clean and not turning the ball over. And barring the pick 6 to start the game for 49ers, this could be a completely different game. Ricky Pearsall in motion, 3 receivers to the right. Brock Purdy, 3-step drop, staying in the pocket, has a defender draped all over him, outruns Montez Sweat. Montez Sweat brings him down. Can't outrun Sweat this time around, and picks up a quick gain of about 4 yards there on the escape. Nice little pickup here on first down. It's going to bring up 2nd and medium. Quick timeout for the Bears. We're going to burn one there on the play clock. Oddly enough, the Bears offense has not played as well as the Niners offense. I know it looks like it's a crazy close game, but when you look at how this game's gone, Bears offense could be a lot better. And I think that that's going to be a focal point that they're going to. Okay, high snap, gives it to McCaffrey. McCaffrey falls forward for an 8-yard gain. He's absolutely demoralizing this Bears defense so far. Oh, my goodness. This is giving me vibes of last night's game. He's already over 100 yards in the first half, just like Derrick Henry was last night. And that's going to be another timeout. That's going to be the... Well, they're not taking it off the board there, so we're going to give them one of these. It's somebody. I'm just ready to, get these guys off. If I'm Montez Sweat, smack. One more. You're out of here. Oh, goodness. 52 seconds left in the first half. This has been a little drawn out of a first half, to say the least. 3rd and 2, McCaffrey out wide, one-on-one with Jalen Johnson. Brisker's coming up and showing blitz. Isn't gonna blitz, rushing 4 in the pocket, kicks it over to Tongues. Tongues, helmet to helmet on the play. No call there. Brisker's huffing and puffing. Don Matura, you're not wrong there. Probably in the close to an unsportsmanlike. Purdy, 3-step drop, across the middle to his main man. Quick pickup there. One timeout, 25 seconds remaining. They're looking to maybe get into field goal range here. 20 seconds. Tick, 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 tick. The clock is running. 5-step drop. Just throws the check down to Mr. McCaffrey. McCaffrey falls forward. 12 seconds, and you can expect a timeout right here for the Niners. And there it is. Oh, my goodness. So there's the final timeout burnt for the San Francisco 49ers. 12 seconds remain here in the first half. No, I don't think he's going to get another first down before the half. But if that was the case, I'd be like, gotta love it. All right. In the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right. McCaffrey to his left. 1 receiver to his left. It's going to be a draw. McCaffrey goes forward, gets all the way up to midfield, and that is probably going to do it. I don't believe they can get down in time. 2, 1, and they can't do it. That's going to do it for the first half here. The Chicago Bears will receive the second half kickoff. Niners up 28-21. And a pretty exhilarating first half. The Niners have really been able to do whatever they want offensively. So we're going to have to see how they fare here in the second half. Ben Johnson is the standalone. I mean, he's so good at adjustments at halftime this year. So that's something to look out for in this game. Mr. Shanahan, head coach for the San Francisco 49ers, is 10-0 when leading at half in his career. So we're going to take a look at how that goes. I'm going to step away and just take a quick break. Going to refresh my drink real quick. Everybody stay here. I'll be back in just a second. Double check the camera battery as well. Make sure everything is all ship shape. So thank you guys for tuning in. It is halftime. It is going to be a great second half. What a game so far. I will be back in 30 seconds, okay? Be right back. All right. We are back. We're refreshed. We got some water, purified. What are we thinking? What are our first thoughts of the first half so far? What are we thinking? All you Bear fans, I know we got a bunch of them here in the chat. I need some first half analysis. I want to hear your guys' thoughts as well. But I'm going to go ahead and talk my talk. So far, what I'm seeing from Chicago is they really haven't opened the offense up enough. They haven't been able to get too much going because they normally like to They like to get the game dictated from the run game, and they've been relatively successful on the ground so far. Um, but I'd like to see more in that regard. Like Brock Purdy has more rushing yards um, than DeAndre Swift does, right? And just a yard less than Kyle Monangai. So that worries some just slightly, right? They've got a pick 6 on the defensive end. 2 touchdowns to the air from Caleb Williams, hooking up with Burden and Loveland. But knowing Chicago, they're going to show up and they're going to make a run for the money here in the second half. Maybe not even the second half, more or less like the late fourth quarter. Yeah, I can imagine Gonterman is pretty hot too right now talking about it. Pearsall and McCaffrey definitely need to get under control. If you guys watch that Packer game, I keep alluding to this. Last night, this is a very similar situation right now, guys. They weren't able to stop Zay Flowers and Derrick Henry. It's kind of been in the same realm, right? The NFC East looks tough. I don't know about the NFC East. I wouldn't say they look tough. They've got the Eagles winning that division. Oh, are you thinking, yeah, I'm not sure what you're thinking there. I don't think that the NFC East is very tough. I think they're a bunch of lackluster teams, to be fair. But one big thing that I wanted to kind of hone in on is this Ravens-Steelers game next week. Winner clinches the division and the 4th seed officially, right? It's going to be in Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers and company are going to be without DK Metcalf. Lamar is hopefully on pace to play entertainment-wise, I guess. So that it should be good. I'm excited for that game. I'd like to see Raj and company go out there, do a couple guitar fakes, you know what I'm saying, letting it go, flicking that thing. I mean, he's just he lets that thing rip. It's beautiful to watch. Unfortunately, my Packers couldn't help Raj last night, but we will see. We will see indeed. Yeah, and the big thing is to see, oh my goodness. The big thing is to see if the Bears are going to be able to stop Ricky Pearsall and honestly, Jake Tongues too. Jake Tongues has had a nice first half, all things considered, without Kittle. I really would like to see the Bears get Kyle Monangai going, DeAndre Swift. Right, like they start to fare away from the run game a bit, and then they start using it again. It's like they need to continue to pound the rock. They need to pick up more first downs, put some more drives together. But they also need to get some stops. They got to force some punts. They've not really been able to stop this Niners offense most of the game so far. I think if you can control McCaffrey, like relatively, if you can put him in a position where, like the second half, he's held for under 50 total yards on the ground, I think that's a win. He's already over 100 so far, and with that last run, to end the half, that puts him up to 121 yards in the first half on 18 attempts. Guys, it's 6.7 yards per carry. It's not going to win you a game, and the Packers proved that the other night, right? Like, they proved that is literally not the way to win. But they also came back in that game and then gave it away, so we'll see. Gonterman, I don't think that they're going to be able to fully shut down McCaffrey. There was a couple places where he was looking tired. Wright needs to prove why he was a snub for the Pro Bowl. Well, he's actually proving quite the opposite on why he's not in the Pro Bowl. Because Ricky Pearsall's given him that BTA. You know what I'm saying? Ricky Pearsall, he's like in his stance, right? Like Ricky Pearsall, he's at the line of scrimmage. He's ready to go. He's checking his wide out. He's looking. Comes right off the line, just smacks him right across the face. He don't care. He's getting up in there, and I hope that that's hitting right so that you can see he's coming out his break. No way, coming out of his break. He's running. Get out of here, man. he's playing a great game so far. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Ricky Pearsall. They're showing the Buffalo horrible finish there too. Difference right now is the Niners have stopped the Bears 2 or 3 times. The Bears only stopped. For sure, yeah. In that regard, for sure, I agree with you. I think the second half is going to look a lot different. In a lot of different ways. I don't know how good it's going to be, but I can see the second half being a different story. I just don't know what story, right? Elite King can't believe Taysom Hill in over Loveland. Brother, oh my God. Oh my God. All right, now I got to know, Elite King 31, how far are you into your fantasy season? Are you in the championship today, or what do you got going on? Taysom Hill over Loveland. Dude, that makes me want to throw up. I can't even believe it. Looking at the NFC playoff picture, you've got Seattle 13-3, Chicago 11-4, Philly 11-5, Carolina sitting at that 4 seed at 8-8. Wild cards are San Francisco, LA Rams, and the Pack 11-4, 11-4, 9-6, and 1. Bears also need to control time of possession 100%. They need to. I can't believe you did that either. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Danielle. Let me know. Let me know what you're talking about. I'm not sure. Oh, let's go. Oh, my God. Did you really start him? Dear Lord. I can't. First of all, Alex, shout out. Thank you for hopping in the stream. I didn't know that you were chiming in. I really appreciate the support. He is in the championship in our league. Taysom Hill over Loveland. Yeah, that's an L. Okay, you weren't talking about me. Because it's not about me, right? It's about y'all, man. It's about y'all. Yeah, Taysom Hill over Loveland. Personally, I wouldn't have. I probably would have tried to go another direction in general. I probably wouldn't have played Loveland either, just based off of how I operate. But he's having a nice first half, getting himself going. But like one catch for 36 yards and a touchdown, like at the tight end position in fantasy, you got to go with that. But I would have probably tried to get some sort of waiver wire. But luckily, yeah, I can't really give you much on that, bro, because Taysom Hill, I can't even believe you started Taysom Hill in general. No offense. Anywho, you're in the championship and I'm not, right? So that makes sense. But yeah, once again, shout out everybody hopping into the chat. You guys have been great so far. All of my anglers out there, anybody tuning in and wants to share, like, subscribe, comment, anything that you guys need to help boost the channel, I'm very appreciative. I love it. Do what you can, spread the word. If anybody wants to hear me talk ball, talk play-by-play commentary, things of the sort, you guys just let me know. Just let me know. I will do what I can. Alex said, figure last game I'd show out in his possible Superdome. Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. You're making a business decision. You're looking at what you've got, trying to figure out if right, if he did do that, right, you'd look real good. You know what I mean? You'd look fantastic. Oh, I went ahead and started Taysom Hill. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Golly. I should have brought a little pillow in here for the lower back. I might have to. Do I ask? I'm just kidding. I don't need it right now. But they're just finishing up some of the halftime here on Peacock. Anybody got some predictions as of now? Some short predictions as of what we've been watching? Brock Purdy's playing a hell of a game. I mean, Luther Burden getting involved. Christian McCaffrey having a great first half. Does McCaffrey have a lackluster second half and they adjust? Does the Bears offense come back alive on improvisation and Caleb Williams' talent in the arm? Or does Shanahan... Wow, this is the only game since 1970 in which both teams have scored 3 touchdowns within the first 18 minutes of the game. So this is a first. As of right now, according to the storylines powered by AWS, Caleb Williams has had almost 4 full seconds of protection tonight. So that is leading all signs to his receivers aren't getting enough separation because he's had to run out of the pocket about 50% of the time. So we're going to see. Second half is about to be underway here in Santa Clara. We're just going to sit back, relax, enjoy the second half here, and I hope everybody is having a good time tuned in here to The Angle featuring yours truly, Nick Demas, call play-by-play / color commentating for this game. I hope, like I said, everybody's having a great time. Let me know if you guys want to hear anything. You guys want me to go over anything in particular. But this has been great so far. Ben Johnson, in his first season as the head coach, has got this Bears team at 11-4, her first time in this position since 2018. So, lots of like with what Ben Johnson's doing here in Chicago. Bears coming out in a single backfield. Colston Loveland in motion. Sends the other tight end into the backfield to finish out the I formation. The give, it's a fake to Monangai. Kicks the ball over to his tight end that he's set in motion and a huge hit. Huge hit on the sideline. Oh, my goodness. Nice pickup there, though, on first down, picking up 11. That's exactly what this Caleb Williams-led offense needed to start this one. Yeah, just a nice little rotation into the backfield, fullback. The fullback route is what we like to call it. That's Mr. Smith with the reception, first of the game. Caleb Williams, 3-step drop, quick pass across the middle, getting DJ Moore involved right away. Nice pickup there on first down, bringing up second and short. Bears need to slow down CMC. I couldn't agree with you more. We're going to see that firsthand. I know they're going to want to come out and run the ball and solidify, try to drain some clock too. It's been one of those games where it's been a lot of dink and dunk, a lot of pass the ball, and a lot of clock stoppages, which has allowed for this to be kind of a long string. We got Luther Burden in motion. The give is to Monangai. Monangai powers forward for another first down. And the Bears are moving. They're in business across the 50-yard line. They are looking to get some points in a real way. As DeAndre Swift is on the sideline. They need to start getting DJ Moore involved. Yeah, I agree with you. I think Ben Johnson likes to wait. I don't understand this team, but they're winning games, so what's there to understand, right? Caleb Williams has Monangai in the backfield, gives to Monangai, spins off a defender, cannot get away, and that's a huge play for this Niners defense right off of the right side of the line. That is a nice play right there. Kokwaianau. I don't know how to say his name, guys. Sorry. A couple fellas like that playing for these West Coast teams. I don't know nothing about some of these names. These are something new, something different. Caleb Williams in the shotgun sends Luther Burden in motion, 2 receivers to his left, hits Burden in the backfield and loses his footing and drops down for a loss of about 2.5, maybe 3 yards. It's going to bring up third down for this Bears offense. This is a huge possession right now. This genuinely has a chance to change the whole outcome of how this second half starts if they can't get this first down. 3rd and 14, you got to think with Ben Johnson at the helm, they might be in 4-down territory or at least get into a position to get in field goal range. You don't need all of it. You're almost in Santos's range. 3rd and 14. Here's Williams out of the shotgun. 3-step drop. Delivers a pass. And he has a man. Wow. Very patient by Mr. Williams. Caleb dropping a dime into the corner pocket. And hooks up with Walker, who had that 4th down reception against the Packers to essentially start the rest of the game. My goodness. Great pass, leading him right in the breadbasket. Great catch. Way to hold on, get 2 feet down. Jihad Walker sends a tight end in motion. Once again, Komet coming across your screen. Bootleg to the left. Drops in into Luther Burden. Luther Burden cutting back inside. Getting hit in the face mask. Plowing forward for another first down. Burton had his eyes on the end zone there and just wasn't able to converge and get there on time. But it's been a nice drive here. 7 plays, 62 yards, just over 4 minutes of clock taken off on this drive. Nice little shallow route. They should have called a defensive holding there or illegal contact. That was missed. Caleb Williams sends his man in motion. He's looking to get these guys off the field, and he might just get them, and he didn't snap it in time. But the give is to Monungai. Monungai lowers his shoulder, and he's down after a 1-yard pickup. All right. Caleb Williams in the shotgun, Monungai to his left, 2 receivers to his right, 6 seconds and counting on the play clock. The give is to Monungai. It's a fake, and wow, I really do like the play call. I think if Moore was ready and looking for that, that would have been a better they could have been a better position to get that little bit of turf burn on the forearm there of Mr. DJ Moore. Just floats it. He can't get around in time. Maybe there was a little bit of a defensive holding there that was missed, but that's going to bring up 3rd and goal for these Bears. Chicago hurries to the line. They've got Monungai in the backfield. The give, is to Swift. He catches a block and just pounces into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago Bears. And the Bears are back in it once again. Touchdown, Chicago. What a play there by Swift. Nice blocking on the outside, a good pull by the right guard, and you're one-on-one with a cornerback on the block. Great block, and runs into a defender. Touchdown, Bears. I just want to say Brown's acting like he did anything out there. And the extra point to follow by Santos is true. And once again, guys, 28-28. All my anglers out there, the Bears are back in business, scoring first in the second half. I know these Bear fans are excited. That's for sure. You got every reason to be excited this year. Every reason under the sun to be excited. I am a Packer fan, but I'm also a logical human being with eyes, right? I've got eyes, and they work, and they show me that the Chicago Bears are having a great season. And just because it's the Bears, I'm not going to say it's not a good season. I mean, come on, guys. Let's make some sense here. That's what I need Packer fans to figure the heck out is just because the Bears are successful this year, it doesn't mean they're the same old Bears. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't stand the argument when these Packer fans, and I mean this, like this is coming from one of the more diehard Packer fans you'll ever meet. I can't stand when Packer fans are, the Bears still suck, when the Bears aren't good. The Bears aren't, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're telling me that this Bears team's not good. You're lying to yourselves. You're literally lying. Are they good enough to win a Super Bowl? I'm not sure. Are they good enough to win a couple playoff games? I damn sure think so. Only problem is they got to play the Packers. And I'm not saying that because I think the Packers are better. I'm saying that because it's historically a bad matchup for the Bears, right? Can we agree on that, Bear fans? Sorry, but it is. It's historically a bad matchup for Chicago. at least within the last 40 seasons. Exactly. Sometimes you win ugly, but at the end of the day, you have to understand. Like I don't understand this this whole thought process on why people, and especially Packer fans, are like, oh, the Bears are they suck. Tell me how. Can you elaborate? Can you give me some sort of like, yeah, that's why they're not good? Because they just beat the Packers. They've got 7 games coming from behind winning this year. They're gutting out wins. They're well coached. They've got a great run game, and they got a young quarterback who's starting to prove himself, right? And a young group of wide receivers and a defense that's been flying all over the football. In tonight's game, kind of a matchup nightmare really for both sides. That's why we see 28-28. Some Facebook pages have popped up as silly. They do anything but admit that the Bears have it. Yeah, I mean, like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and keep hopping on the Bear train. I'm not no Bear fan. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing. On the other side, the Niners. The Niners are having a very similar year, believe it or not. They've been a little bit more well-oiled offensively, despite the injuries, right? But they've been hurt all year. They've been extremely hurt all year, but they're starting to win games. They're getting hot and they're getting healthy, right? And that's exactly what needs to happen come playoff time. I think the Bears, the real reason the Bears wouldn't or would drop a game in the playoffs or end their season is because of some key injuries. They've been hurt all year too, right? They've had some people come back. People are still lingering off some pain. A couple guys got the flu in this game, but both these teams are getting healthier. I think as of right now, despite the Kittle injury, I think the Niners are a bit more healthier. Brock Purdy delivers the ball to Kendrick Bourne across the middle. Kendrick Bourne getting himself involved. They're just exploiting these zones. Both teams are able to find the receivers in the soft zones, and they're just sitting in the right spots. You got to give some of this. Just a nice play. You got Purdy in a 5-step drop, stepping up in the pocket, and he just sees him in that soft zone just above the linebacker. People don't understand how hard of a pass that is. Delivering that over the head of the linebacker in between the corners and safety. Great tackle there by Montez Sweat and company. If Kyle Juicy Juice couldn't block, I think the game. All right, gives it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey gets the edge, lowers a shoulder, dives forward, and looks like he's got the first down. They're going to give it to him. Comes up smiling. He loves getting hit. These running backs are crazy. They all got CTE in some form. Josh Jacobs giggles every time he gets hit, and you see it in the mic'd up chats. And then you got a guy like McCaffrey. Every time he gets up, he's smiling. It's like, bro, you just got rocked. Why are you smiling? Right? But we got ourselves a game. We keep saying it over and over. Inside the 30-yard line, Brock Purdy under center. Brian Robinson Jr. behind him. Sends Ricky Pearsall in motion. Fakes the handoff. Has some pressure. Kicks it to Juszczyk. Juszczyk with a nice catch. And Brisker with the tackle after an 8.5-yard pickup through the air. And Bears got somebody down on the field holding his foot. Oh, goodness, that does not look good. That's not a good spot to be holding down by that Achilles heel area. Let's hope that he's okay. My goodness. It's always those damn non-contact injuries, right, folks? All right, we got all these, let's see. All right, shout out to my top fans in the chat so far today. Number one fan so far in the chat with 225 extra points is Mama Anne-Marie. Number 2 in the chat with 200 points of XP is Jacob Gonterman. And number 3 in the chat is my main man, Nick McMahon. Thank you guys all for tuning in. This has been fantastic. We know you guys know I love doing this for you guys, and we're going to keep doing it until the fat lady sings. Yep, we got a lot to like in this game so far. I think, let's take a peek. Let's do this real quick as a check, a mic check. How's everything sound on your side, Mr. McMahon? If you can give me some feedback on that, that'd be fantastic. How everything's sounding. Everything feels all right. I think everything is quality-wise okay. Our sound bites are working well. So well it makes me want to, you know what I mean? Have some fun with it. That's a little awkward. So, hold my beer. I'll be number one. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I'm getting a little toasty wearing these Uggs. I got to pop them off. It's making my body heat go up. Everything's very good. Okay. Very good. Okay, what's very good? What's the sound quality as a 1 through 10? If you could give me an honest opinion on that. 1 through 10, sound quality, video quality, go ahead. Let me know what you got. Don't think anyone's dethroning Mama D. I don't think so either. She's a tough cookie. Always has been. Understood, Jake. Understood. Wow, they're carting him off the field. I hope they don't show the replay because of what he was holding. Oh, here it comes the replay. Mr. Sewell. Oh, no. That's an Achilles. Shoot. That's an Achilles. He's done. Sorry, Bear fans. That's horrible, man. I hate to watch that. Christian McCaffrey bounces off a tackler. It's always that back step. They take the step back and their heel. How can I give you guys a... They take the step back. This is the ground. This is the heel. They're here, and they take that step back, and as soon as they get their heel all the way to the ground, that's when that Achilles is too extended, and it ruptures. I've watched that happen now too many times. Tyrese Halliburton, all of these fantastic pros getting hurt. We got Brock Purdy sending Juszczyk in motion, gives the ball, fakes it to McCaffrey, kicks it out to Tongues in the flat. Tongues picks up a 4.5-yard carry. We got a flag on the play as well. That's going to be on the defense. I'm not sure exactly what the call is. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. Taking forever. He don't know what he's doing. This head referee's sitting here, well, what's the call? Offsides on the defense. My goodness. How about we hurry that up a little bit? NFL, what are we doing? I got people who are trying to watch this stream right now, and you're over here taking forever on the calls. These guys are getting paid millions and millions of dollars. And yes, Levi is turf. Once again, that's a situation where they need to fix. The give is to McCaffrey. McCaffrey's met right away. Great tackle on the play there. Mr. Dexter getting in and making a nice tackle, driving back Christian McCaffrey, which is not easy to do. We got Chelsea. Okay, yeah, so sounds very good. 10 out of 10. That's so good to hear, guys. I'm happy that we got this taken care of. I agree with you, and think about this. We're talking about this whole turf situation, right? Let me talk a little bit more here after this. We're at a 2nd and 5. 5:55 remain. Purdy, single back, steps up in the pocket, hits his flat. He's got a man, a quick move, steps over Juszczyk, plows forward for a first down. A nice 5-yard pickup there by Brian Robinson Jr. out of the backfield in the flat. Yeah, so when we talk about turf, every single time I'm talking about this stuff is where it's not going to be that big of a difference for these rich teams. Change every field to real grass and dirt and upkeep it, and then fix it when it gets messed up. We're talking about some of the best players on the planet that are getting injured because they're playing on this crap turf. The fake from Purdy has Juszczyk, pump fakes, extends the play a little longer, the pirouette, pump fakes, and throws a touchdown. Touchdown, Brock Purdy, and he's doing a little Euro step and hitting the Dougie. Wow. Touchdown Niners, and it's a 34-28 game. Brock Purdy just made the Bears defense look like mincemeat. What a crazy possession there. Pump fakes, side steps, steps through, quick Euro, no look to the left side, touchdown, Kyle Juszczyk. Guys, I hate the 49ers, okay, and I hate the Bears. That was phenomenal. That was a fantastic play. The point after is good. 35-28, the Niners retake the lead. What an answer for this team after a nice opening drive to the second half by the Bears. Juszczyk staying in the right position. Brock Purdy having himself a game. But yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking the turf needs to get addressed ASAP, Rocky. We're talking about billion-dollar corporations. Like the Dallas Cowboys are worth literal billions. Are you telling me that we can't just do – you can't remake the field? Like, guys, it's laziness. That's what I'm calling it. 63 total points scored, and it's just the beginning of the third. 100% correct. And anybody who took the over on the 52.5 is having a good time. According to Vegas, as of right now, the over-under is now 80.5. 80.5. That's what they're calling for the rest of this game. So they're expecting some more points to be put up on the board. Wow. How fantastic is this, folks? We got ourselves a great game here. Sunday Night Football, ending the week. Kind of winding down, and I'm really appreciative that I'm able to wind down this Sunday with you guys, right? We're just able to talk ball. We're able to connect with everybody in here. Really, really thankful for everyone tuning into the chat. Yeah, natural versus turf. Yeah, I think that's a whole segment that we need to get into. I just need to get the time so I can make up some videos here. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get this rolling on TikTok. I don't know if we can get this, get that back up. I'm not sure if I can get a word from Nick or Nat on that. Only way to communicate, just send it through the chat. But I would like to get back up on TikTok right now. I don't know why we're not able to get that rolling. That's a little odd. Because the TikTok stream was up and running and it was going, but no worries, no mind. No worries for now. All right, folks, we are set for another kickoff here. Yeah, I'm thinking once Collinsworth is done, you should throw me in the booth. Once Collinsworth is finished, throw me in the booth and let's get me rolling in on your at least color, right? Like just get me in there. Trying to take the edge, and Blackwell is going to be brought down at the 20, it looks like. Caleb Williams and company are going to come back out and try to put some points back up on the board. Lots to like in this game so far, though. A couple broken coverages on the back end for this Niners defense, too. That's been kind of a struggle. A couple missed throws, too, by Caleb, but all things considered, 11 for 18, 167, and 2 touchdowns. That's what you like to see out of your starter. Caleb Williams gives the ball to Swift. Swift moves forward for a 4.5-yard pickup there on first down. Clock keeps ticking. Just under 5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Caleb Williams out of this I formation, kicks it to his check down, DeAndre Swift. Swift makes one miss and falls forward. That's going to be a first down. 2 plays to Swift to start this drive for the Bears. Nice little sidearm throw, getting DeAndre Swift involved here in the second half. Yeah, DeAndre Swift's such a nice back to have. He's a compact guy. He's a elusive runner. He's got really good vertical speed. And he can move. He's a little bugger. We got DJ Moore in motion. The give is back to DeAndre Swift on the delayed handoff. That's going to be a 2.5-yard pickup there on first down. And that's going to be another carry for Swift. What do we think about that, chat? What do you think? Are we gonna get more of a Monangai second half here, or do you guys want Swift to start getting going? No backfield for Caleb Williams. Throws it to DJ Moore. Both guys got kind of caught up on the play and tripped over each other. No penalty on the play. It's gonna bring up 3rd and 8. Let's take a look here. DJ Moore coming out of his break, and they both just get tripped up. But I don't know. Am I wrong to say that that's not pass interference or at least illegal contact, even if it's a mistake? Not sure, but live to see another down. 3rd and 8 for the Chicago Bears, just at the 37-yard line. Sends Luther Burden in motion. 5-step drop. Caleb Williams has to get out of the pocket. He's running for his life, throws across his body, and delivers a strike to Luther Burden. And there's a flag on the play. Offsides on the defense. He knew he had a free play right away, and that's what he exploited on the play. Great play there. Great play. Can't get any better than that, right? Yeah, you guys need 10 Monangais. Take 10 Kyle Monangais and you guys should be fine. Caleb Williams out of the eye, under center, looks, gives the ball to Swift. I mean, guys, if you look at it right there, the defensive penetration by this D-line has been evident in the second half. Just right there, everybody's already in the backfield. You know what I'm saying? That's unacceptable. And especially with this Bears offense, they've had a pretty decent offensive line this year, which is allotted for a really good running attack with the rookie and DeAndre Swift. Caleb Williams out of the shotgun, 2 receivers to his left, looks left, throws to Walker once again, and that's going to be his 3rd reception in the last 2 games. And it's going to be just short of the first down. Going to bring up 3rd and short. 3rd and 1, to be exact. What do we think? Nice drive getting put together by these Bears. Been a huge improvement. Yeah, it has been. The Bears are in business, man. They're doing well. Out of the I formation, Caleb Williams under center. They've got the stacked box right now. Getting Cole Kmet in motion for an extra blocker. No holding so far, and it looks like there is a flag on the play, and there is going to be a holding call. I spoke too soon. They did not give him the first down. It's going to be a holding on the Bears. Yeah, that's a tough pill to swallow there for Chicago. That's going to bring up a 3rd and long now. But you live to see another down there. Like analytically, it's like the right idea. You're going to want to you're going to want to accept the penalty so it's not 4th and 1, right? But now you got a 3rd and 11 and a guy in Caleb Williams who knows how to extend the play like it's no tomorrow, right? So let's see what happens here. Caleb Williams out of the shotgun, sends Luther Burden in motion, has DeAndre Swift to his left, Walker as the wideout, top of your screen. Caleb, 5-step drop, steps up in the pocket. He's looking to run, picks up a block, runs into his own player, and gets dragged down at the 30-yard line. So going back to the sideline, looks like Caleb Williams and company are going to shot off the field, but there's a play call coming in from, yeah, it looks like they're going to go here. And I think he knows, right? Like at this point in the game, we're about to get into the 4th quarter. Next Gen Stats by AWS are telling them that the recommendation is the field goal. Ben Johnson, he don't care about none of that. And neither do I. I love this here. I love this. 4th and 5. 2 to the left. 2 to the top of your screen. Cole Kmet in motion. Delivers a ball to Loveland across the middle, and it's a first down for the Bears. 8-yard pickup on 4th and 5. Just like that. Back in business. Yeah, that's a no-brainer at that point, right? Like you're going to have one-on-one across the board. You've got 2 great receiving tight ends. Put one in motion in Cole Kmet. Get the defense on their heels. Look for Loveland off a quick slant. And just a great play. Right. I keep seeing that. Like just on that last play on 3rd down, Caleb Williams is normally pretty elusive, but then his blocker just stopped moving, so he ran right into his back. 28-35. The 4th quarter is among us, folks. All my anglers out there, thank you guys all for tuning in and staying in the live chat. We are sitting at 2 hours and 42 minutes. Good call. Are you saying like it was a good call, like a play-by-play call, or what are you talking about here, Nick? If so, I appreciate it. Yeah, Swift should have kept blocking. Yeah, he should have. They could have gotten a little further, but it allotted for them to convert that 4th down. Yeah, this is a fun game to watch, and this really proves, right? Like, if I'm a Bear fan coming into this game, I'm thinking to myself, as long as they're competitive and they're right in this game, they're proving to me, right, that this is where they belong. So despite what happens the rest of this game, you guys got to understand that the Bears are primed in position to make a run here. They go ahead and steal this game because they're just hanging around. Shout out Ryan Rogers, by the way. I don't think he's in the chat. If anybody's got Ryan on socials, give him a shout for me, and let him know that he needs to hop into the chat. One of my favorite things from Ryan all the time, he goes, "Don't let the Bears hang around." He's been saying it all year, and he's not been wrong, right? You can't let the Bears hang around, and that's exactly what they're doing. They're within striking distance. They converted a gutsy 4th and 5. It's exactly what they're looking for, right? Packed house here at Candlestick Park in Levi Stadium. Oops. This is where it counts now. That's right. Caleb Williams in the shotgun hybrid formation sends DJ Moore in motion for an extra block. They're going to get DeAndre Swift the ball. Swift up the middle, bounces outside, kicks it to the left. Touchdown, Chicago. And the Bears answer once again. DeAndre Swift, what a great block. Very nice play. 9 plays, 80 yards, and just under 5 minutes off the clock. Wow. What a game we've got here, folks. It's 34-35. Sunday Night Football in the fourth quarter. Can you guys ask for anything better than this? Because I don't think so. I don't think we're going to get any better than this. Santos with the point after. Good snap, good hold, and drills it. 35-35. Wow. I need some reactions here in the chat. I need some reactions. This is phenomenal. Yeah, I mean, it all came from that. It all came from that 4th and 5. Like I said, I think it's a great idea to go. You just put it right on the numbers for Colston Loveland, allow him to get his hands right on top of the rock, and then you get DJ Moore in there for that extra block. And look at DJ Moore. DJ Moore blocking his ass off. The Bears are definitely exceeding expectations in this game. Seems like everyone isn't a Bears fan. No, so let me tell you this, Mr. Gonterman. As a non-Bears fan, I was not calling for a blowout, but I didn't think that both teams were going to have 35 points. I didn't think a shootout was in store. I thought we were in store for a, 20 to, 21, 28 sort of finish, but we had that at halftime. So, yeah, dude, come on, guys. The Bears exceeded expectations after their 5th win, okay? I think the Bears are going to take it, especially I think the Bears are playing well, barring anything crazy. We got a 35-35 game with just 14:48 left in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 for Brock Purdy and company. We'll see what's up their sleeves. This is all going to come down to a chess game at this point. If the Bears win tonight and a win next week in Detroit and a Seattle loss against San Francisco, the Bears clinch the 1 seed. But for the Niners, if they want to clinch the 1 seed, they got to win tonight, and then they got to go and beat Seattle at home. So very much alive for both. Oh, see, yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, I've never seen a Bears game like this either, Alizé. This is fantastic. We got Ricky Pearsall once again working on right, picking up a nice gain of 8 there on the. Yeah, this is a great game. So excited and so happy that I could be here talking with you guys and bringing everybody through in on this. If you guys haven't yet, like, share, subscribe, get this out to people. I want people joining in on this and seeing what's happening. This is just phenomenal. Brock Purdy is the first Niner player ever to have 2 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns in a game since Vince Young, since Steve Young. Use check in motion, brings him in for an extra blocker. Christian McCaffrey plowing forward for a 5-yard pickup, but there is a flag on the field. Brisker's pointing over towards the offense of San Francisco, which is a hold on the offense. That's going to be a 10-yard penalty. Is going to repeat 2nd down. Holding there on 77. Alizé, make sure that you get your pops to join into this game so he can see the call. The non-biased call. I'd love for him to pop in and take a look at this here. I know he's locked in. I bet he's having a great time watching this game. Back down there in Woodstock, if I'm not mistaken. I think everybody's down there in Illinois tonight watching the game. Purdy in the shotgun, picked up block by Juszczyk. Purdy gets out of the pocket, stiff arms, pump fakes. Gosh, man, Brock Purdy he's looking so good. He's looking so good. He's not limited with that turf toe anymore. Booker got kind of cooked there. Booker, are you getting stiff-armed on the play? Booker is getting stiff-armed by Brock Purdy on primetime. 6 rushes for 28 yards for Brock Purdy. Purdy sends McCaffrey in motion, has McCaffrey in the flat, looks his way, doesn't go that way. Across the middle, caught by Ricky Pearsall once again. And Mr. Wright is getting cooked. He has been getting cooked all game. All game long. You're right. He's probably busy jumping around, having fun. Yeah. Nashawn Wright, he needs to get his act together. I'm surprised they haven't taken him out of the game at this point with how much is. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Brock Purdy out of the shotgun. He's looking deep down the sideline, throws it up to Ricky Pearsall, who is covered by Stevenson on the play, overthrows the pass there. Huddling up at midfield. 12 minutes, 16 seconds remain. Clock is stopped. Got ourselves a 35-35 game. Juszczyk in motion, running it to the outside left, bouncing it back inside is Brian Robinson Jr. Robinson Jr.'s held up there at the end. And a nice pickup there on second down. So just some team stats for you guys to fill you in. Offensive yards total, 426 yards of offense for the Niners, 309 for the Bears. 230 through the air for the Niners and 224 through the air for the Bears. 196 total rushing yards and dominating time of possession, 29 minutes and 33 seconds with a 75% percentage conversion on third down. Brock Purdy, 3rd and 7, out of the shotgun, is hit as he throws, and that's going to fall incomplete. Let's see what the play call here is. 4th and 7. Are they going to try for a long field goal? Are they going to try and go, or are they going to punt this away? Booker, once again, having his impact on this game. Booker's had himself a nice game tonight. Yep, just getting Purdy off his spot, and that allows for a errant throw, and they are going to punt this one away, try and pin the Bears deep, see if they can play field position here to end the game. If you guys do remember earlier in the stream, my score prediction for this game was 42-38. That was my final score prediction. Could have been a better punt. Mr. Duvernay receives the ball there at the 11-yard line. The Bears are going to set up shop on offense from the 11 after this break. All right. What are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking? Got to him, yes. Yeah, we need to get Jake out here. That's because Stevenson isn't better. Yeah. Yeah, and he should be going gentle with the quarterback after last week. That dude, this is going to be a quick rant for you folks. I believe if a defender gets 2 roughing the passer penalties or 2 personal foul penalties, right, a 15-yard penalty, that person should be ejected. Plain and simple. They get 2 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, and they get ejected. So why was Booker not ejected for driving Love into the ground and then putting his helmet on his face? I get that. Bears score here, get momentum, kickstarts the defense. Yeah, that's quite the hope. We'll see. That's going to be a long drive. Alizé's hoping for a Bears win and then says, boo Niners. We'll see. I could care less really at this point because not them winning either game. Actually, yeah, nothing here really matters that much to me. But believe it or not, if I'm thinking about this correctly, win or lose for Chicago, it's not really going to mess with their spots. If Chicago wins, they're closer to the 1 seed. I want Chicago. That's where I'm at. I'm not saying that because I think the Bears are bad. I'm saying that because I would rather match up with the Bears and the 49ers. And that's just a fact of the matter. I would rather match up with the Bears. And it's going to come down to this, just for the analytics side of it. The Bears win tonight, they're one step closer to the 1 seed, which would then take the current 1 seed, who is the Seattle Seahawks, and put them at the 2. I do not want to play Seattle either. So bring it on, man. Bring it on. Let's go for. I guess I'm gonna go for the Niners. We'll wait for the Niners to finish this one out, but too much speculation. No, he did crouch down because he was bracing for the hit. We got Caleb Williams out of the shotgun, kicks it over to Luther Burden. Luther Burden turning upfield. What a great! Oh my goodness, Luther Burden with a huge pick up there. He's fired up. For some reason, the Packers are like the one team that no matter how good the Bears are, they seem to crumble the Packers. And that's exactly why I would rather face Chicago in the playoffs than the Seahawks, who are hotter than fish grease right now, and the 49ers, who have had the Packers number on every facet of every game that you can possibly think of in the last 10 years. 10-3, 27-10. Doesn't matter how they do it. They do it. They have the Packers number. Don't want to play against those idiots. Caleb Williams out of the shotgun, elusive, getting out of the play, stutter stepping out of bounds, and picking up about 3 with his legs on kind of a broken play there. It's going to bring up second down for the Bears here. 10-23 and counting. All right, chat. It's starting to get a little tight here, like it hasn't been all game. Caleb Williams just over 10 minutes. He's got 2 receivers to his right, Monangai to his right, and Burden to his left. The give is to Monangai. He's going to bounce it outside, lower his shoulder. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There is a 49er on the ground. Oh my gosh, what happened here? Stout's being evaluated for a concussion. Monangai in the backfield. You gotta think they're gonna run this year. Duvernay in motion and gives to Caleb Williams. You don't see that too often, that little hurdle over the line, but Caleb Williams does it himself and gets the first down there on 3rd and 1. Ooh, clock keeps ticking. Tick, 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 tick. 9:03 remains in this one. 1st and 10. Chicago's in business. Now, if you're the Bears, the way you've been able to move the ball, you want to make this a little bit more of a methodical drive, right? You're going to want to get some sort of points here. This is the type of drive, I feel like, that they need at least 3. Loveland in motion. Heavy set to the left. Fake to Monangai. Passes across the middle. Has Colston Loveland. What a pickup there on 1st down. Dropping it right into the bucket for Colston Loveland. And the Bears are in business, folks. That deserves a clap right there. I will say it's nice to finally know what a mobile quarterback looks like. Yeah, well, besides that, Jake, I think Bear fans are finally happy to have a quarterback. Like, guys, that's the one thing about the Bears. Guys, they've never had an elite quarterback ever. Ever. Don't try and say Jay Cutler was elite with the Bears because he wasn't. Stop playing those games with me. The pitch to Monangai, but play is going to get shut down immediately. We got a quick flag on the field, which is going to be an offsides on the offense. Let me get that in for you guys real quick. We got an offsides. Is it really? Oh, yeah, 83. Oh. Delay a game. Oopsies. Penalties are about even. Which is good. That's what you like to see. No, that's not a retweet. because they've needed a quarterback. That's what the Bears have needed. Rex Grossman ain't going to get it done. It's not going to be. The give is to Monangai. Monangai with a lead block there. Yeah, you got to like. Let's see. Loveland is quickly becoming the best tight end we've had since Olsen, and Jay Cutler have been leading the thrower since he retired, and it wasn't elite by any aspect. Yeah. Exactly. And by the way, I'll never forget when Jay Cutler came to Chicago. I loved Jay Cutler in Denver. He brought Brandon Marshall, Alshon Jeffrey, everybody in town, and they just weren't able to get it done. Yeah, I agree with that. All right, Caleb Williams in the shotgun, Monangai to his left. Colston Loveland gets brought in motion in towards the offensive line. 2 receivers to his right. 3-step drop, quick pass to Monangai. Monangai gets hit right away on the play, stays in bounds, can't get taken down right away. And we got a late flag on the field. We got some unsportsmanlike conduct going on. I don't know who that's going to be on, but we had some chippiness going on here at the end of the play. Let's see if we can get a look on this. Colston Loveland, they're fighting late. Oh, my goodness. Pulling down on the face mask, and there is the mental error. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty. That's cool, right? Jeez and Rice. Come on, you got to know better than that. 7:04 remains. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Wow. That is not what you like to see, especially if you're a Niners fan. I mean, gosh, at home with all these things going on. Now you're, backed up at a 1st and goal. Let's see if they can get a stop here. Said about knowing. Yeah, I get you. Caleb Williams fakes, gets it over to Loveland. Loveland still holds on, man. He's having a great game. Now I see, my goodness. Colston Loveland's been the number 1 target. Well, actually the number 2 target behind Luther Burden. Luther Burden's got 6 receptions for 119 yards and a touchdown, long of 35. Colston Loveland's got 4 receptions for 79 yards and a touchdown. And we got a 2nd and goal. Time of possession starting to get a little closer. 2nd and goal from the 8.5-yard line. Monangai in the backfield. Cole Kmet in motion. The quick flip to Monangai. Monangai can't get out of it. I like the play call. I see the vision there by Chicago, but that's not going to help you. So now we're sitting at a 3rd and goal. What's your favorite snack for a football game? Oh, my goodness. That's a great question. I like the B-dubs situation that we had a couple weeks ago, but that was for a horrible loss. Favorite snack? I need something greasy. I need something to keep me right. Caleb Williams out of the shotgun sends Walker in motion. Monangai picking up a block. Has time. Gets rid of it. Dumps it to Monangai and almost intercepted on the play. Chicago is going to settle for 3, guys. My score prediction's starting to look better and better as we see it. I called 38-42 San Francisco. Yeah, everything was covered up on the back end. Just really, really good possession there defensively for the Niners. And just out of the outreached hand of Monangai. And this is going to be Chicago going for a 29-yard field goal attempt. Santos, the kick is up and good. The Bears take the lead 38-35 here on the road in Santa Clara. They're going to take a quick break there on Peacock. Sunday Night Football coming at you from the angle live on YouTube and not TikTok any longer, unfortunately. I do like to see it. So let's go back to Alizé's question. My favorite, if I had to give someone my favorite, because she's saying snack. This is an important question. A snack, I like a little bit of a mixture. So if I'm hanging on the couch, right, we're gonna do a bowl of Parm crisps, Crisps. Parm crisp. We're gonna do a little bit of those honey onion. Um, oh, now I'm seeing beef dip. I got some beef dip in the fridge, and that's calling my name. That's gonna be ready to get obliterated after this. Easy work, Gaunt. That's right. Carson, thank you for hopping in the chat, brother. I really appreciate the support. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share with everybody. Let's get people in the chat so we can figure some things out. But we got a 35-38 game. Blinker and they were gone. Blinked. There we go. But yeah, I'm liking a little bit of a mixture. We'll do parm crisps, the honey. I don't know what they're called. They're like the honey pretzel sort of deal, and maybe even like a mix of Chex Mix. I like the good savory little snacks. Alluding to Carson, I watched Carson Bartlett inhale 30 bone-in wings like it was nothing. Like it was nothing. Joe's bacon wrap little hot dogs, the little weenies, those are phenomenal too. I really start feeling the cholesterol levels. There it is, the hot honey. Yes, the hot honey and the hot honey pretzels. Those are phenomenal. I really, really like those. I get a lot of my like food taste from my mom, believe it or not. It's funny. But I get all the looks and the charisma from Rabbi. But yeah, no, definitely watched Carson inhale stupious amounts of wings. 2 breaths, 3 bites, 30 wings. There we go. That should be the new Buffalo Wild Wings promotion. We got to get Carson in for like some commercial action. See if we can get him on a Buffalo Wild Wings commercial. It's just gonna pan over to Carson, just covered in sauce, and he's just gonna be just eating all of the wings. Yeah, not too great of a return out to the 25-yard line for the Niners. 5:17 and 3 timeouts remaining. Brock Purdy having a fantastic game. We'll see if he can finish this one out for the Niners to see if they can keep him alive for the 1 seed. Carson's ready to get signed up. I don't blame him. All right, you know what? Let's have a little conversation here. I know a plethora of people's answers, but let's just go on for it. You taking B-dubs or Buffalo? Or sorry, are you taking B-dubs, or are you gonna go with Wingstop? B-dubs or Wingstop? Throw it in the chat. I want to see what you guys got. Second down for hearing Carson Bartlett will be covered in wing sauce. Yeah, and I know Jake would definitely pay to see that. They're ironing out like a little bit of a tweak in the back of Christian McCaffrey. He's trying to get himself loose and limber on the sideline. 2nd and 6. Brock Purdy in the shotgun. Juszczyk to his right. Sends Christian McCaffrey in motion to the left side. There to pick up, chip block, quick route out to the flat. Stays in the pocket and broken up on the play by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Really the first time we've heard his name in this one at all. Joe is going B-dubs. So I agree with the Wingstop is too salty. Dude, you know what, Carson? I think you're hitting it on all cylinders because I'm telling you, bro, I could get down with like 6 wings of Wingstop, and then I'm like, dude, I'm literally feeling the sodium. I'm feeling the sodium in my veins. And then you start feeling like crap. I do like B-dubs for the environment. Shotgun, steps up in the pocket. Brock Purdy delivers for a first down to Tongues. He's finally getting back into the conversation. He's been kind of set back here in the second half. Had a really nice first half. And the Niners are moving the chains once again. B-dubs wings seem to have more meat with 2 E's. But Wingstop has a little bit more flavor, it seems like. Wingstop Ranch. Yes. Yes. B-dubs Caribbean Jerk is gas. I like B-dubs for the environment, though. I mean, you guys can get beers and wings and watch ball. I mean, that's fun. That's so fun. Crazy. But once again, thank you guys all for tuning into The Angle here. Sunday Night Football live on The Angle on YouTube and TikTok. For tonight, we're going to be streaming on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Twitch. What's your preferred bev to watch the game? Guys, you guys know me. A good old H2O. For all you guys out there, H2O, TOP, POT. Oh my gosh, and a drop pass. Cow on tap. Cow on tap any day of the week. Get a little bit of that CO2 in there. Get yourself a little bit more buzzed quicker. And my final score prediction. So I'm not messing with you. You can go back here in the live, Carson. I had the final score 38-42. I'm not kidding you. The final score was 38-42. That was my prediction. We got a flag on the play with an illegal hands to the face. That's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Legal use of hands on Chicago. That's going to be Dexter picking up the foul. That's going to be 15 yards. And the Niners are going to be in business here. 3:13 remains. Brock Purdy sends Juszczyk in motion. Purdy fakes it, steps up in the pocket, gets it back to McCaffrey. McCaffrey makes a man miss, and he's in open space. A lot of green grass in front of him, and he's got a nice pickup there on first down. Niners get out of bounds, save some clock. Yeah, I know Mama wants me to be wrong in this one. I don't care really inevitably who wins this game. This has just been a fantastic game. For my Bear fans in the chat, don't want to see the Bears win inevitably, but I do like when my mama's happy, and I like when all my people are happy, and I got a lot of people who root for the Bears, so I get it. But reciprocate that back to me, right? If y'all like another team, treat me how I treat you, right? Don't be a weirdo. The give is to Brian Robinson Jr., giving McCaffrey a quick break, winded off that, and that's a gain of nothing. But yeah, for the Bev, I'm gonna stick with a water. But if I'm gonna go with an alcoholic beverage, definitely a Spotted Cow on tap. That'd be beautiful. Just a nice. Oh my goodness, that sounds fantastic. And one of these, a couple of these streams, maybe I'll have a Cow on tap. It don't matter, man. This is my stream. I do what I want, when I want, how I want. Tongues is in motion. Purdy in the shotgun sends Juszczyk out wide. 3-step drop. Purdy in the pocket, delivers across the middle, a strike to Jauan Jennings. He's going to get a block, and that is a touchdown for the San Francisco 49ers. Touchdown Niners. Right back into the lead. Jauan Jennings with a nice slant route, great pickup block, and the Niners are back in business. McCaffrey is exhausted. That is a fact. This guy, they didn't even have him in on the play because he's done so much. 23 carries, 140 yards, and a touchdown for Christian McCaffrey on the ground with 41 through the air. Jauan Jennings is fired up. Tight spiral from Brock Purdy, dropping it in right over the linebacker in between the safety and cornerback. That is so hard to do. People don't understand what kind of tough. It looks so simple and so easy how good that these quarterbacks make it look. That is such a tough play. Dropping it right in over the top. And guys, all my Bear fans in the chat, this is a lot similar to how these games have panned out. They're going to need a touchdown to win it, folks. We're going to see how this pans out. Are we going to watch a walk-off game winner with Chicago in Santa Clara? Or are we going to see the 49ers finally put that to rest? That is what's at stake. Sunday Night Football live here on The Angle, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and Facebook. Overtime could be. Watch the Bears work with less time versus the Packers. Oh, 100%. You watched them work with less time and a bigger deficit. So things have happened. You like this? You like the soundboard? Okay, beautiful to know. That makes me want to. Yes, I love it. I'd be at Carson. I swear, if you were here right now, I'd be like, I'm just kidding. I love you. But yeah, we watched the Bears work with less. Yeah, I already read that. Sorry. Sorry, I'm just getting a little locked in here, trying to get comfortable. I keep watching these Little Caesars commercials and these pizzas getting pulled. I'm like, oh my God, I need this to get over with. Brock Purdy, 24 for 33, 303 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and a pick. Brock Purdy's also got 6 rushes for 28 yards and not 1, but 2 rushing touchdowns, 5 total touchdowns, and 10 total touchdowns in the last 2 weeks for Brock Purdy and company. They're getting hot at the right time. I wouldn't mind another division-deciding game next week. That's what I'm saying, Kyle. That's why I'm hoping that the Niners can go ahead and finish this one off. But we know what Chicago has in store. Chicago loves to be in this position. And I know Ryan Rodgers is sitting out there right now. We got him right where we want him. This is all he's doing right now. This is all he's doing. He's freaking out, having a good time. How about the back patio slap, Deborah? Caleb Williams, 20 for 29, 281, and 2 touchdowns in this game. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I'm really hoping you guys are enjoying the stream. We got 2 minutes and 14 seconds left. Bears have all 3 of their timeouts, and they're going to be looking for a score here to win the game to finish this one out on Sunday Night Football, live on The Angle. Here we go. Guys, come on now. W's in the chat. Let me get some W's in the chat. This is just phenomenal. We're talking Sunday Night Football on The Angle, hanging out with all you guys, making this right for everybody. Play-by-play, live reactions, having fun with it. This has been so great. We got 3 hours and 16 minutes on the stream. We're already 15 minutes over the last one. This is so phenomenal. Eddie Pinheiro is going to kick it into the end zone, and we're going to have a knee. So, the Caleb Williams-led Bears, painted nails and all, pointing a finger, going out on the field and trying to win another comeback. We got W's in the chat. Thank you so much. Not a Deborah reference from I swear. I love the support. I'm so thankful for everybody popping into the chat and enjoying the time. Have fun conversations. Talk to each other. Kyle, so happy to see you again in the chat. Glad you're back here to finish out this game with us. 2:15 remain. It's time to lock in here, folks. To all my anglers in the chat, let's go. Shotgun formation. The give is to Swift. Swift up the middle. Pushes forward for a quick gain of about 5 on first down. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go, folks. I hope everybody's having a good night. This has been phenomenal. We got a lot going on. Right? Not wrong. What else do you guys want to talk about? We got some things going on here. Finishing out the game. We're sitting at the 2-minute warning here on Sunday Night Football. Oh, man. We got ourselves a game here. We got ourselves a game. Caleb Williams is having a great game, too. That time of possession kind of started to swing back in favor of the Bears. Not entirely, but that was a huge disparity finishing the first half. Time of possession is 24-27 for the Bears and 33-33 for the Niners. So definitely a lot better than earlier. The Niners had the ball for most of the first half. Not going to lie, if this was Phillip Rivers-led team, easy dub. Interesting take, Mr. Gonterman, because there was a Phillip Rivers-led team who could have won the game today, and they didn't. They actually put in Riley as their backup for him to throw a 50-yard Hail Mary because he can't make it that far. Sorry to drop the facts on you there. Just tough, though. That's so tough. I would have loved to see Phillip Rivers get some time, step up in the pocket, and deliver a 50-yard Hail Mary. That would have been fantastic. But, we just can't have everything we want in life, right? Yeah. Jake, that's for you. Once again, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, but the Colts are ass. True. They are, they're not ass. They're just completely, they're an infirmary. They're worse than the Packers in the injury department. Like Daniel Jones, the guy who essentially like Superman your season, had a broken femur playing through it and then tears his Achilles in that game. He says he will unretire again. What do you think about the cheese grater hats? I think they're hilarious. I do. I mean, come on, guys. Like, what else are you going to say about the Packers? What do you, like, what is going to be your, is there going to be any sort of, anything else, like, disrespectful? You know what I mean? Like, you can't find anything else. I think those are funny. I get it. But don't be mad if those cheese graters beat these Bears again. That would be tough. Caleb Williams, 5-step drop, has some time, delivers a sidearm pass. Kind of hit there on the arm. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5, but there is a flag on the play. Maybe a bit of movement in the secondary. Prior to the pass, we got a holding on the defense. Huge break for San Francisco. That's going to be defensive holding on Lucas, and that is going to bring up another first down for these Bears and another big break for Chicago. That's going to put them right at midfield, guys. Holy cow. We are in for a finish, guys. What do we got? I say Phillip Rivers did definitely show that QBs today are reliant on the headset. Oh, yeah, they're too reliant. I want one. You ain't getting no cheese grater hat, Ma. No way. You're not allowed. All right. Out of the shotgun. 5-step drop. Caleb Williams has protection. Tipped up in the air. And drops down. That's going to be the second tip of the game from the defensive line. Funny story about the cheese grater guy. Or fun story about the cheese grater guy. Oh, my goodness. Yep, bringing a little bit of extra pressure there on the play, too. Well, I'm literally looking at a hold, which stinks, but calls get missed all the time. You guys can't rely on your team to win off of a holding penalty. From the 45-yard line, Caleb Williams in shotgun. 3-step drop, stays and hits his dump down to DeAndre Swift for about a 6-yard pickup there on 2nd and 10. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4 to 5. 3rd and medium. No. No. Jake, you are not allowed to get that for her. Nope. No. Are we going to see an overtime? Bedtime. I don't think we're going to see an overtime being up 4. We need 2 safeties. I bet. A lot of bandwagon Bear fans. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying any of you guys in the chat are bandwagon, but people hop on the wagon for teams that are playing well, right? So I'm sure a lot of those bandwagon. You think that Chief fans are going to stay Chief fans for very long, especially when Mahomes is gone? I don't think so, fellas. It's Jacob with a K. It's a K, not a C. I'm calling you out. All right. 124. This has been the longest stream to date, the second stream ever. We got a 3rd and 4, 38-42. 124 remains, just under 17 on the play clock. 3rd and 4, empty backfield for Caleb Williams. Monangai lined up off the offensive line. 1 receiver to his right, 2 to his left. 3-step drop. Caleb Williams buys some time, steps up in the pocket, and he's going to run for it, and he's going to have it. A nice pickup there for 5 yards on 3rd and 4, and gets out of bounds. This Bears team is in business, folks. A Bear hater podcast. I don't know what you're talking about. There's nobody hating on the Bears at all. There's nobody hating on the Bears at all. We got Kyle Hogan in the chat saying, "Go Cowgirls." Ooh, sorry. I can't say that in this house. I wish I could turn this camera right now, but I don't want to mess with the setup. Kyle, I got that banner right there, man. It's horrible. Horrible stuff. All right. Caleb Williams in the shotgun sends DJ Moore in motion from midfield. He's got some time, hits his man, Colston Loveland, in the flat, and he just can't hold on. That's like very rare for him. First drop of the game. But that helps the Bears, even if it's an incomplete pass, because that clock stops and they don't have to burn any timeouts. I mean, the Bears have everything at their disposal that they need to finish this game off right now. You got all the time in the world, 3 clock stoppages. This is going to be a true test for this Niners defense to see if they can finish this game out. From the 45, Caleb Williams in the shotgun. DeAndre Swift to his right. 3-step drop, has protection, delivers the ball across the middle, targeting Cole Kmet, and that falls over his head and to the turf. I miscalculated. Looks like a Niners win. Well, we'll see. 3rd and 10. 38-42. 4-down territory. You don't need it all back at once. Right? Well, he's just a Bears-hating Packer fan. You can't change that. 3rd and 10. Caleb Williams in the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Sends Luther Burden in motion. Has Swift in the backfield with him. 3-step drop. Delivers a 5-yard pass. Luther Burden after the catch. Oh, my God! Oh, man! Oh! Luther Burden getting dirty with it. What a play by Luther Burden. Getting shifty, putting his foot in the dirt. Caleb Williams in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left. He looks, he pumps, he throws, has Luther Burden for another pickup of 5.5 yards. 39 seconds remaining, and the Bears are going to burn their first time out here. Wow, what a play. You see this here. You've got him sending Burden in motion. Whenever Burden's going in motion, he's normally the target. That's what I've noticed. And oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What a crazy play. How shifty can you get? Luther Burden. Oh my. Dude, he just made Lucas look like a poopus. Good enough? I don't know. My God. I mean, they keep showing the same replay. Luther Burden, 8 targets, 8 receptions, 138 and a touchdown. What a game for the rookie. Is this the coming out party for him? All right. We got 40 seconds on the clock. 2nd and 5. Caleb Williams out of the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right. Sends Duvernay in motion. Has Duvernay across the middle. Throws it low. I saw it from a mile away. But too much pressure in his face. They rush 6. The ball dropped short. 3rd and 5 incoming. I've seen miracles happen in 3 seconds. We shall see. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they're in prime position to walk off this game right now, and that makes me... It doesn't really make me that... Oh, my God. Anyone watching that was going to be a touchdown. That was going to be a touchdown easily. Oh, my goodness. All right, 3rd and 5. Williams in the shotgun, sends Burden in motion. Look for Burden to get targeted here once again, and he does get targeted, and he drops it. Luther Burden with his first drop of the game, targeted for his 9th target of this game. All right, here it is, folks. All of my anglers in the chat. We got the Bears with a 4th and 5. They had a similar situation earlier. 4th and 5. This is for all the cookies right here. Luther Burden's getting subbed out. And the Bears are going to burn a timeout. Wow. 2nd timeout for the Chicago Bears. Oopsies. So the Bears are in business, but they need 5. They absolutely need 5 yards. They can stop the clock one more time. 42-38 is your current score. Here we go. We got everybody messing in the chat. Caleb Williams. They're drawing up a play that you got to think about it, guys. At this point, this is a specific play that you have had in the breadbasket, right? You've run this play that they're about to run 100 times in practice. Preparation. Look for Colston Loveland. It looks like they're playing press man. 2 receivers to the right, sends Duvernay in motion. In the shotgun, Caleb Williams has time, steps up in the pocket, throws to Colston Loveland, and converts. Wide open is Colston Loveland for the first down. And the Bears get back on the ball, 25 seconds, and that's going to be a first down. Final timeout for Chicago, burning their last timeout here. Holy cow, we got a game. So they're playing they're playing a really nice offensive scheme here. They were going to just sit right there. That's 53. That's his assignment for sure. He was supposed to drift left, but he didn't. So relatively a busted coverage, but Colston Loveland coming up big for Chicago. All right, so they need 6. They need 6 here. So it's touchdown or bust. If you get down in bounds, you got to get back on the ball and spike it. 1st and 10, 26 seconds remain. No timeouts for the Bears. 2 remaining for the Niners. Caleb Williams commanding the pocket, talking to his huddle, gets everybody on the line. Williams in the shotgun, 1 receiver right, 2 to his left, has Luther Burden out of the backfield, gets out of the pocket, and just throws it away to live for another down. 21 seconds remain, 2nd and 10. What are we thinking, folks? Don't get quiet on me now. Don't get quiet on me now. Miss all my anglers. Don't get quiet. It's time to start commenting. Let's throw some stuff in the chat. We taking a W. Throw a W if you got the Bears. Take an L if you got the Niners. W for the Bears. L for the Niners. All right, Chicago in the red zone from the 13-yard line. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Swift in the backfield. Gets it over, a flea-flicking play to DeAndre Swift for a first down, and they got to get back on the clock. 10 seconds remain. The time is ticking. They're looking to clock it, getting on the ball. They got to get set. 6, 5, everyone's set. 4 seconds remain. This is going to come down to 1 or 2 plays here, folks. 1 or 2 plays. We are in it for the finish here. 38-42, 4 seconds remain, 2nd and goal. We got Michael Adamson popping in the chat. So good to hear from you, Mikey. Great to hear from you. W, so he's taking the Bears. He's got Chicago finishing this one out. What a nice play call. I love that play. Little misdirection. Have your back come back out of the backfield. Pick up a couple extra yards. All right, here we go. Passing situation. 4 seconds on the clock. Everyone's set. Caleb Williams with the snap. This is going to be your game here, guys. 0 seconds on the clock. This is going to be your game. And it drops incomplete, and the Niners survive. The San Francisco 49ers survive. What a crazy finish to this game. And the San Francisco 49ers defeat the Chicago Bears in electric fashion. 38-42. Luther Burden's down on the field with an injury. Let's hope he's okay. What a gutsy game from both squads here. Wow, what a finish. Brock Purdy, what a game. Caleb Williams finishes 25 for 42 with 330 yards through the air and 2 touchdowns. Wow. On the other side of the football, Brock Purdy, 24 for 33, 303, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. with 28 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground as well. The Bears fall to 11-5 in a great finish. He was running for his life there. Nobody was able to get open on the back end. Luther Burden still down. We're going to have to gauge that injury out. What a finish. And the score that I predicted. If everyone wants to go back in the chat, I literally called the final score 38-42, San Francisco with the W. What a finish. What a game. I kind of figured it was going to come down to one of those situations where Chicago was going to have 3 and then the Niners were going to have to win the game. But the Niners went down and scored so easily after the 3. The Bears needed to come back and wow. Just a tough finish for Chicago, but what a game, guys. I'm so happy and thankful you guys tuned in to Sunday Night Football here on The Angle. That is going to do it for us. Thank you, chat, for popping in and doing your thing. You guys deserve the applause. Thank you so much for everybody tuning in. We're going to be live again this week a couple times. We're going to be covering Thursday Night Football. We're going to be going over all the things that happened this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. Everybody tune in, like, subscribe, share, comment. Do whatever you can to bring some traction to the channel and some great performances all around indeed. This has been a special presentation of Sunday Night Football live on the